Hey, welcome back. Why is my screen black? Hold on, Pat. My screen is black? No one can hear you. I did a terrible job, Pat. Pat, I did a really bad job. No, but the screen's not black anymore, and people can hear you, so that's exactly a success. What's up, dude?
Okay. Hey, not much. It's good to be here.
Yeah, welcome.
How are you doing?
It is the Video Game Awards, and my name is Jeff Keeley, and we will be giving all the awards out tonight for categories you didn't know existed. I would like to nominate Fall Guys.
And I'm Reggie.
Hey, Reggie.
Not the Reggie you know, but a different Reggie.
Just Reggie.
Yeah, just Reggie. I'd like to nominate Left 4 Dead. Nope, again, I messed that up.
No, you've done that twice now.
I've done that twice now. What's the game I'm thinking of?
I honestly have no idea. Last of Us 2.
No, Last of Us. That's what
Last of Us 2. Yeah. It has won some awards. We are pessimistic dicks, but let me say they announced Sephiroth for Smash Bros, and the community is really excited to have another Sword Boy up in there. So
love Sword Boys. Although kind of excited to have another. Yeah.
Sorry? I don't know. Okay, wait, that was way too negative. We're not that jaded. We're not that jaded. It's actually good. It's good stuff going on. Yo, Jessica, what up? Baza, how you doing?
Hey, how's it going?
Hey, Pat.
Yeah, we're hopeful that Hades will win an award.
That's what I think. That's what my safe bet is. I think Game of the Year will be Hades. They didn't win.
I don't think that's a safe bet.
I think that's a safe bet because I don't know what else is on for the nomination this year. But there's nothing that's like so universally. It's kind of like Goose Game, right? Like Goose Game, some people got upset that I won like best game of the year. There's conversations about it, but I think at the end of the day, it was something that so many people rallied behind, and so many people could get enjoyment out, and I think also so many people could understand why it's good.
Well, in that case, this year it's Animal Crossing.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think so. I think Hades. I'd be surprised if Animal Crossing won. Like, I think Animal Crossing is a very important game, but I don't think. I don't know. I'm defining what games are, ain't I? Yo, what up, Frank? Hey, Andre Pat. Hope you're doing good.
Hey, how's it going?
Doing okay. It's been okay. Yeah, hope you're doing well too.
Yeah.
What else we gotta say? We gotta talk about the gamer world here. It is Cyberpunk 2077 came out as of today, technically, or yesterday for most people, I suppose. We're gonna be playing that tonight, but we're gonna be playing. We're only gonna be doing the net running sections, and we actually have a version that's like I think PS2 era, so the graphics are pretty scaled back. It's largely abstraction. It's low poly, but like you get the majority of the feeling there about the night city and adjusting your genitals and all that other great stuff people are stoked for.
Yeah, there's a lot of interesting characters to meet.
Well, boy, now we're getting real jaded shitty again, aren't we? We're talking about Cyberpunk.
I've been playing a lot of Age of Empires 2. Nice. I've been playing a lot of Age of Empires 3.
You just dunked on Jessica. I don't think
I went up Jessica, and that's fine. I think Jessica's a mature person who can handle it.
I don't think I like a single game that came out this year at all that much. That's a bummer. Spider-Man Miles Morales is fun but small. Yeah, that's a full price game too, right? Like that's actually
it's cheaper than full price. I think
it's like a $40 game or whatever.
I think so because it is smaller than the Marvel Spider-Man.
But I thought when you bought it, you also got like the remastered version of Spider-Man.
Oh, it depends what system you're buying for, I guess.
Oh, that's only a PlayStation 5 thing.
Yeah, I got it on PlayStation 4, and I think it was cheaper than full price.
Okay, that makes sense. Yo, Stats, what's up? This still looks better than 2077 on console. Yeah, I've seen some screenshots. It's pretty rough out there.
Oof, yeah.
Oh, just for you, Pat. Mr. Casito says, have you looked into Deep Rock Galactic?
Oh, yeah. I have looked into Deep Rock Galactic. I put in like 30 plus, maybe 40 hours of it by now over the past few weeks.
You're always, whenever I'm on Steam, you're always on Deep Rock Galactic.
Yeah, for sure. I've been playing a lot of that. I play it solo, and then friends drop in and out. We do like Deep Rock evenings. It's been a good time.
So, Pat, I've been collecting this list of all the games that I beat this year, and it's a really long list. And I made a very, very specific effort this year to actually finish games that I started. And now there's a lot of games on this list that I didn't finish that I start. But like, I'm trying to look at it and try and figure out what games actually came out this year that I would like think were really good. I don't think like what percent of them came out this year. It's like really, really, really small. Can't say I beat Monster Train, but that's a good game. I just wanted to
gotten far enough in
I feel like I've gone far enough. I just want an excuse to go through this list to talk about it, but it's like a stupid long list, man. Like that's a whole episode of this thing.
Well, good for you for beating so many games. I have a hard time playing games to their completion, but it's something I want to do more of if I have a lot of free time. I'm
I
gonna,
like you inspired me to some extent. Like you do the book reading stuff and do a book club out
yeah.
of it, which like, you know, I
Mhm.
think reading a book is probably a good use of my time too. But I tried to take that sort of idea. Like I don't think you need to complete a game to get what you want to get out of it. And there's a lot of games that I don't think are worth completing, you know, to some extent.
Mhm.
But I feel like almost all of these, barring like maybe the bottom half dozen, I enjoyed completing, which is really cool.
Cool. Yeah, at work, we're putting together our best of the year list, and I shamefully have not played enough games this year to fill out a proper top 10
Oh
games that I
no.
liked.
So you're
And
gonna
I
be
really
like
have to,
a
I'm going to be frantically playing Valhalla and a few other games that came out this year before it's finally time to turn in our copy.
yeah. Oh,
Hopefully.
you have to return a copy? Wait,
No, but
no, turn in your
before I
copy. Got it. Got the
turn
text.
in my text, yeah.
Yeah, right, right. Yo, Chris, thank you. I think I dropped the volume. If the levels are good, let us know if that's better. I appreciate that. Jessica says it's pretty much.
Spelunky too, definitely.
Yeah, how
Sorry.
about Splunky too? Y'all like roguelikes. So I really enjoyed Splunky. I actually have like 100 hours into that. I also
Hmm.
picked up this year. I don't know if you know about this, Pat, but Boss Fight, I think it's called Boss Fight Games. They publish books, Boss Fight Entertainment. And no, that's not it. Let me try Boss
Hmm.
Fight books. I think we might have talked about this on the thing, but they basically publish these small books that are written specifically about certain games. So like there's this whole book about Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask, and who writes them and what they are it's different depending on the book. And Spelunky actually
Yeah.
had a book that came out, and it was really cool because it was written by the dude Derek Yu who made Spelunky. And so this whole book
Oh,
is
neat.
just like him talking about the whole process of making Spelunky from like the original indie DB or whatever he was working on
Hmm.
to this, and it was really cool. And so I read that. I played Splunky. I played a bit of Splunky too. I'm nowhere near 100 hours into it. It's definitely very difficult, obviously as Splunky is, but I need to spend more time on it. Splunky 2 is a game I wish I could put on my list of things I beat. I'm not even sure if I ever beat Splunky 100 hours in, but it's good.
Hmm.
Your parallel,
I'm
what
looking
up?
at my list. Oh yeah.
No, go ahead, man.
Well, I'm just looking at my list. So like, I've got Animal Crossing, Griftlands, which is still in early access, so technically that hasn't come out this year.
Yeah.
Griftlands is in. Yeah, Deep Rock Factorio, which came out this year technically, but has been in early access for like 3 years.
Pascal mentioned that the only game I've played this year is Factorio, but I don't think I've actually played it this year. Oh man, Factorio slaps so hard, and I'm like so scared of playing it because I know I will lose a lot of my time in that way that game grabs you.
And you can play multiplayer now too.
Oh my god, my brother keeps inviting me, and he's an engineer, and his friends are engineers. They're like, "Come to my island," and I'd be like, "Please, sir, I can't look upon this. It's way too much." Yo, Eric, what up?
And then there's Hades and Monster Train, of course.
Yeah, that's good stuff. Jessica says I'm pretty much wasting time until Hitman 3 in January. I was really excited about that. I'm one of those dickheads who like holds up against like the Epic Store because I know that's an exclusive. So maybe I'll end up playing that later. But like Hitman 2 was one of my favorite games of like this year and last year and the year before. Even I don't know if it was when it came out. A bunch of these are PS2 games because I got into PS2 emulation this year. It was a good time. I just beat Arkham Knight 120%, and let me tell you, A+, so good. Arkham games kind of kick ass. They really do. Okay, Pat, what are we doing today? Actually, Alex is asking us. So today we are going to be doing the deck list of the week as we normally do, and then we're going to be building some big old Jinteki iced servers. This is an archetype that I really enjoyed. I actually won a store championship with this, I think last year. But the idea is you play a lot of really big ice. And you run only 3-pointers, and you have a punitive backup if you want, but otherwise you're running 3-pointers. You have some glacier stuff. We can play ganked now, and then you have offer you can't refuse if you need to score at a 7th point. And I think that's a legitimately reasonable way to win. I'm really excited for that.
Yeah, for sure.
Cool. And I think you play that upgrade that makes you re-encounter an ice once you passed it, because with offer you can't refuse, it's disgusting.
Is that Mumbai City Grid?
No,
that does that.
That's a good idea too. No, it's like genetic something or other. Code replicator. That's
yeah, that's it.
Yeah. Oh, actually, Eric is in chat right now on Twitch side. But if you didn't watch this last weekend, this Saturday, we streamed for about a dozen hours, and we streamed the Hemophilia charity tournament, which Eric, our Whiteblade, put together. I just want to go over some quick stats, but basically, if you watch the VOD, it's all up on YouTube, and you can watch it on Twitch too. It's pretty long. There's timestamps if you want to jump between sessions. It's like 5 rounds of Swiss and cut to a top 8. It was a hell of a time. It was a really fun tournament. Throwback is a really fun format, and like I don't always say this, but a A lot of tournaments, you get the games, and some of them are not that exciting. Some of them are blowouts. This one was really fun. There's like really a lot of really, really good games. A lot of people on
Mm.
comms. It's really loose. It was a really good time. But I just like to say, I don't know. I guess Eric has publicly published this, but as of the tournament, we've raised $4,223
Wow.
from players all over the world. So yeah, it's a big thank you from the Netrunner community. It's absolutely so awesome to be part of this community and have so many people show up to this sort of space and like participate, watch, donate, like anything obviously really helps. So like, well played. Huge shout out to everybody who put some time in. Obviously like the judges, even that's a really big deal for sure.
Yeah.
But thanks so much for playing. If you want to watch the VODs, it's a great time. And yo, good stuff, y'all. It was good. Daijin since Fatima or Daruma? I don't know if we can use Daruma. I think Daruma we need a snare or something. One of my favorite things about the stream was sassy Andres. They went on. Yeah, yeah, things got looser and looser as things went on. It was pretty good. I was sad that I missed it live. Can you still donate? If you can, still apply for the prizes. Honestly, Chris, I don't know. Maybe Eric is hearing me right now when we talk. But if he does, if not, I'll try and ask him after if that's still a possibility. Because there were some cool prizes attached to that for sure. Like a minimum donation incentive. Pat, have you seen the deck list of the week, man?
I have scanned it a little bit. Looks fun.
It looks fun.
So it's a stealth mill deck, as in you don't start milling the opponent until you're 10 turns in or so.
Yeah.
I don't see why.
Okay, but
okay, yeah, sorry.
So I just want to clarify this because this confused me too. When they say stealth mill deck, that is a compound word. That is not two different words. It's not a stealth deck that also mills. It is a deck that will surprisingly mill you. And I like this archetype. I've suffered against this. We've seen like really cool Leela decks. I feel like Leela is probably just a better choice 99% of the time. I don't think Az does enough, but Leela won't be with us forever. But yeah. The idea is that you don't know your mill deck until it's too late, and that can be a really big thing. And some of the meta decks, they draw aggressively, and milling out is actually like a really big issue.
Cool, well, let's try it.
So the list, we have one of every breakers, we have 2 special orders, we have a Stargate for pressure, and we have 3 Fisk Seminars, which is how we're going to mill the deck. So the idea with mill is basically, as you might know, if the corp runs out of cards in their deck and they need to draw a card, they lose. So you want to put that pressure on. And you do that by like aggressively Fisk investment seminaring. You can labor rights those back in, and you have a black file. So if you think you're going to lose, you have a couple more turns to mill them out, which is pretty strong. You also have some weird stuff here, like Data Dealer is really interesting. Again, if you're a mill deck and you have that alternate win condition, sometimes forfeiting agendas doesn't matter too much. You also have Citadel Sanctuary, which might be the reason why we're not specifically Leela, but I guess you could always play 419. And we have a link, so you can get rid of a bunch of tags for free. We have 2 rogue tradings, and I'm interested. I've seen more lists that don't run 3 rogue tradings and just run like backup rogue tradings, which is kind of cool. And we have Hot Pursuit, which is kind of interesting because I don't know how good that is, but I'm excited to see it. It's a lot of money on a single card for sure. And the idea is you clear the tag for free.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we have tech cards. We got Miss Bones, which probably should be a 2 of, I think, in most of the modern metas. Depending, I don't know what JNA Casual Lobby looks like, but being able to trash stuff early, that's sick. We don't have Dirty Laundry as well, so like we really need to get some value out of trashing stuff, and we might struggle with that. We have DreamNet though, which is really good. Another reason to run Link, and we can actually get to 2 Link as long as we keep a Sports Hopper around, which is good because then DreamNet is doubly good. And Citadel, and then this card, so you don't die. I guess I don't know. I guess so you don't die.
Yeah, let's hope we don't die.
Let's hope we don't die. Yo, are you still teaching people Netrunner?
Yeah, so I've been teaching my friend Evan on Shinteki every now and then. My friend Corrado haven't been able to, like, he's not interested in learning online, but I think once, we're approaching the time when we might be able to see each other in person again, maybe in a few months, and looking forward to teaching people again then.
Yeah.
How
do you teach on JNet? It seems tricky, right? Like, would you just build up decks and explain the game? Because like I feel like Tabletop Simulator might be an easier way to start, and then you transfer to JNet.
That's an interesting point for sure. But JNet you can play on a tablet or something like pretty low tech.
That's cute.
Tabletop Command's a bit more of a computer.
Okay, that's fair. Yeah, that's true. Not everyone can run TTS, but that's something I'm worried about. Like, I always start my spiel with like, these are what agendas look like. Okay, run R&D. This is what happens. Run HQ. This is what happens. And like having to like, you know, highlight stuff and read text, and I don't know, it doesn't seem amazing.
Yeah, that's true. And I like when I'm teaching people, ideally, like especially their first few games, I like to stack the deck.
Oh
so
yeah,
like,
that's a big deal too.
Yeah, but of course, like these are people who I've already played with in person, so
okay, so that's
not necessary.
wildly
It's more
different.
just reminding them how to play, but now playing on in a digital space.
Okay, that's really
but
true.
still, I'm really looking forward to being in person again because it's much easier to teach like that, much more fun.
Yeah. Yeah, again, like just touching physical cards, it's something that comes up more with like Arkham Horror modernly for me. But like seeing modern Netrunner cards feels so weird, man.
Yeah.
There was a store somewhere around Black Friday in the States that was like liquidating 2017 World Champ decks for like $5 to $7. And I actually never picked up that one. I think I was salty at that time for some reason. So I got a bunch of those like full art SMCs and stuff. And they actually corrected the SMCs. They used to be like what, 1 MU?
Oh, did they?
Yeah, the reprints are actually now properly 2 MU.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, so that's cool, I guess.
And what was the other one? Queen's Gambit cost 3 to play,
yeah.
so it was like not worthwhile at all.
I've never actually seen a corrected version of that. I don't know if they made it. They might have, but I don't think the print runs on the champion decks were that long.
Yeah.
Hey, we didn't even shout out who made this deck. Well, they did a write up again, and that's awesome. NB Kelly, undefeated at the AU NZ Store Championship.
Cool.
CyberPat. I think I boycotted those Worlds decks because of salty FFG's level of print QA. Yeah, that probably sounds about where I was at the same time, because I think that was at the point where it was really bad, and they had like QA issues with those decks, and those decks were also like the POD quality. So those cards were specifically a bit sillier too, like just a bit worse quality. But at this point, like I'm double sleeving everything largely because of some of the older Nisi cards. CyberPat does whatever. CyberPat. Yo, Jogging, how's it going? Yeah, a lot of templating text errors. Yeah, man. If that is exactly what I think it was, which was, you know, Red Sand Cycle. Oh my God, QA was outrageously bad. Jessica says, I finally got the 2017 World Championship decks. The quality is bad, but I loved those decks. Did you get it from the same place I did, I reckon? I don't know. Maybe we got it from the same place. I think they shipped from like St. Louis, which I think you pronounce St. Louis.
Yeah, you pronounce St. Louis.
Okay. Yeah, sorry, Pat. JNet's kind of frozen now. I think I might have.
Yeah, that's okay.
This just kind of happens now.
All right. It's okay. We can just chat. What's everyone reading these days? And as Andre refreshes.
Pat convinced Andre to play D&D. Yeah, Jogging invited me to his D&D this week. I didn't really have time, but I've also never played D&D, which is intimidating. Just like I said, I have no idea. Dan B found me a link that came from America. I had to pay hidden customs charges. Angry face. It's probably the same place then.
Rhythm of War. Yeah, I mean, someday I'm sure we'll play an RPG together. Maybe when you have your separate channel for things like that, I'll finagle, I'll coerce you into doing something.
So I've committed to doing some Arkham over the holidays because we have time off, Maddie and I at least, and we'll do some Arkham stuff. Finding a channel for an Arkham channel. Right now I'm going on Velma's Diner, but I don't know if that's too deep of a cut and if it lands well, but I'm happy with that name.
Velma's Diner.
Yeah, it's a location in Arkham. It shows up a fair bit. Yeah. I don't know if that's going to land to anyone. Why? What's that? What's going on, JNet? Oh, I just had to hit the play button. That one's on me.
Yeah, I used the word finagle. I probably didn't use it correctly, but I used it.
I don't think I've ever read the word finagle spelled out. Finagle. I'd read finagle. Oh, Thanos, what's up? Congrats on your win. What did you win? You won a raffle of some sort. I don't remember what exactly it was. I think you won the really good one. There's some really good raffles.
Finagle's Wake.
Paying 4 influence for Angola and Criminal when Amin is the best decoder always seems odd to me. The thing is, like, Angola is your one card pressure solution, right? Like with a single Angolo, you can just start smashing to everything. That's kind of important if you want to get down an early hot pursuit or a diversion or something. Like I see it. I get it. But yeah, Amin is definitely really good. Oh, Woo Lasered ID. Nice. Nice. There must be a word for that. You know those words that you've only read? I think I read the word for this, but I don't remember it. I think it's a calliope. Is that what it's called? Words that you don't know what they sound like because you've only read them, and then you say them out loud, and then you
Calliope.
feel like a stupid person.
Yeah, that's interesting. There must be a word for it.
I think it's
What did you suggest? Calliope?
I think it's calliope, which is that like machine, that the like kind of organ, like the circus organ. I think calliope is also like a Greek muse or something.
Yeah, that's Calliope. Calliope. Yeah, because Calliope or
Moonpost
someone
says
like that
calliope.
was known for their butt, right?
That's like
That's where,
Callipygian.
yeah, or
Callipygian,
Callipygian.
I think, means like either having a nice butt or like really into butt.
I
Wait,
think it's having a nice butt.
yeah, maybe.
Calliope.
Jogging says they have scoops. What are you talking about? Calliope is a well-rounded buttocks. Calliope. Calliope. Do you blend the like calli, or do you do call I? You made it very clear it's call I actually. Oh,
Yeah,
sick. Okay.
Calliope.
So it's Callipygian? No, that doesn't sound right.
Calliope. Is it archipelago or archipelago?
It's archipelago. There's
Yeah,
no way
it's
it's
got to be archipelago.
It is archipelago. I don't know. It's also a myth thing, right? I've seen a ballet about that. I don't know. Callipygian buttocks equals buttocks. I remember my dad is in medicine, and I always remembered as a kid gluteus maximus is a butt muscle and having so much fun with that word because it sounds like a Roman emperor.
Yeah. I mean, I think they had fun with it in the movie The Life of Brian, too.
It's been a while since I've seen that.
Isn't the emperor named Biggest Dickus?
I think it's Thickest Dickus.
Thickest Dickus?
I think it's
Speaking of cyberpunk.
Yeah, right? Oh my god.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, low res cyberpunk tonight. I'm honestly like really interested to see how many people are going to convert or get interested from cyberpunk into Netrunner. From my understanding, there's no like card game in that game. There's no like Gwent or anything.
Yeah.
And the hacking is like, from what I've seen so far, kind of simple. Like it's like a puzzle, like a mini game, kind of similar. Yeah. Not like pipes, like not Bioshocky pipes, but kind of like a, I don't know. There's one of the Splinter Cell games that's something kind of similar to it, where you're like locking in numbers and going across an array. But yeah, I don't know. Someone play with Andre? Yeah, I know. Named after Calliope, the Greek muse of music. It's also the name of an organ used in circuses. Yeah, I knew that. The circus organ is the Calliope. And that's actually a very pleasant sound in the right circumstances. Otherwise, it's incredibly unnerving. Okay, we're off. They don't know we're a mill deck. It's stealth, man. If you play throwback, Pat, do you know what your throwback card would be or your deck?
Oh boy, I was thinking about it. I mean, I wasn't able to make the stream because I was working that day. I had to train a new weekend editor. But I was thinking I would have done something silly, like I would have gone with Vamp for my runner, but I would have done it in Sunny.
Cool.
Just because that was what did me so well at the Canadian Nats when I took Sunny to that.
So the only issue is you don't have Underworld, so I think you need to play Rosetta.
Yeah, you don't have Underworld.
You're good to go.
Yeah, exactly. And for the corp, like I wasn't thinking anything fancy, and like I think the winner went the same idea. Like just Jackson Howard would.
It was Fall Guy too, which is really funny.
There's a what?
There was a Fall Guy too in their Geist list. Like it was just not spicy. It was just like, yeah, I guess I'll put that back in. It's fine. Okay, Earth Station might be an issue for us, obviously, right? We have so many HQ successful run targets. Not only do they defend HQ, they probably have like 3x Crisium grids. So we kind of want to go for some like longer value here. Miss Bones is kind of nice. It's like obviously nice for the Crisiums, but like Hot Pursuit Fisk, this is probably a bad opening because I don't think we want to Fisk them until like they have 20 cards left. This seems pretty bad.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay.
That's Mulligan.
Like I wish we had a caddy or something, and there's a chance we do, considering she's a connection. We do not, which is a bummer. Yeah, at least we have like Citadel and Rogue Trading. That's okay. Unfortunately, neither of these are connections or hardware, or jobs, which is kind of what we want. Named Calliope as the name. Callipygia is for the adjective. What Chris said, much better typing pronunciations. Thank you. Okay, and they're off to the races. Wait, I used to have the JNet sounds into the stream, but very quietly. Let me get those back in. I think I know how a way to do this. And they're flipped immediately. Okay. Wait, we never have the JNet sounds. Chad, do you want the JNet sounds? Because we can add it between rounds. Okay, so if we run this at 6 credits, it looks like a Rashida. Pat, what do you want to do?
I don't want to spend 6 credits on it.
Okay.
I'd rather just set up, like, put
Citadel
down rogue trading,
Rogue?
put down Citadel, yeah, and then take money.
Okay. All right, we got 9 credits. We have a tag though, but Citadel will remove the tag. Probably for free. Tag. What is this? Please no. JNet sounds almost as mythical as flipped sync. Stoppable, you don't want JNet sounds? I think the JNet sounds, like, as long as they're quiet, make it so much more obvious what's going on. I don't know how easy it is to follow. Wow, Disney must be announcing something. I just had to block Star Wars on Twitter because my feed. Uh-oh.
Yeah, well, I mean, maybe I shouldn't talk about it, but I'm aware of some stuff because of work.
Oh, no way. Jackson says, if Rashida, then you should Fisk. Yeah, maybe, but that just makes it awkward. Then I think they just don't pop Rashida and that we can't pressure Rashida. Yeah, I don't think it changes that much. Oh, they just IPO'd. Whoops. Sephiroth, yeah, Sephiroth and Smash we saw. Hedge fund. Okay, so they have the credit lead, which is important because if we're trying to get rid of the tags to Citadel, we can't. So they iced up everything. At least we can do that again. We don't Fisk here. We just drop like
yeah,
right?
just drop normally.
Okay. Yeah, these are going to be pretty rough in the matchup.
Yep.
Okay, so it's either we gamble and draw or we rogue trading. What do you want?
Rogue trading, I think.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, you're right. Yeah, that IPO should be in their hand. Thank you. Thanks, Rakatha. All right, so we're at 15 and a tag. How do we use that money? I don't know. This is a sort of opening where you wish you had Amina a bit more, but we're expecting like Afshar into, I don't know, border control probably on HQ.
Yeah.
I think border control remote's pretty good. Let's see what they jam here. Install advance. Nope, not even.
Nope, no jam. Okay.
All Star Wars movies removed from canon except The Last Jedi and the Jedi and the Goofy movie. All right, so keeping their hand size low, so Fisk isn't really a pressure. Again, Leela seems so good when you can flood their hand. But let's keep drawing up. We could always like Paragon run archives. This doesn't seem amazing. I guess we install this at least this turn, right? Because it's cheaper.
Install because it's 1 cheaper.
Okay, so then do we rogue trade? Do we run archives? I think we just draw gamble, right?
Yeah, let's draw gamble.
Oh, we play this. That's better.
Okay, or that. Yeah, that's better.
Yeah, okay. There's a word missing from the end. I just had to block Star Wars on Twitter because my feed, and now I can't remember what it was. Okay, install advance. So if it's an SDS, that's not gonna hit. If it's an NGO front, we don't care. If it's an AS with counters, whatever. Whatever's bad. But we gotta run HQ, man, and we just don't have any breakers.
Let's just keep drawing for them then.
Let's keep
draw and gamble.
Oh damn, recruiter. So if we install this, it's like really bad against SDS drone deployment.
We don't want to. Yeah, let's play the gamble.
I think we can draw once and throw out 2 hot pursuits. I don't know. Maybe not.
Yeah, I don't know.
We can draw once and throw out whatever's worse because we're gonna lose if we just keep his hand.
Yeah, sure. Let's do it.
Okay, so we have career fair cast. That's nice. So let's just get rid of 1 hot pursuit and either the career fair or the cast. Sorry, career fair. It's either career fair or the hot pursuit. What are you thinking?
I think we might as well keep the career fair. It'll be more useful to us in the short term.
Okay. I mean, nothing of value is lost if Rise of Skywalker is removed from canon for history. Ah, G5. Okay. That's good. That doesn't do anything for them, but we could have installed this. Yeah. I guess we're going to keep drawing, Pat, until we find a class act.
Sure.
All right. As triggers, we're at 1. Oh, God, this is bad. So we can drop once more. Oh, this is so bad. So what are we throwing out?
Ugh. None of this. Why did we keep drawing?
Sorry, because we don't need these things.
Do we throw it a Fisk? Then we might as well be showing them what the plan is.
I think we throw it a labor rights. Or a turning wheel. I think we throw it a labor rights. How many turning wheels? 2. I think we have 2.
I think we only have one labor rights though.
Yeah, but what are we going to need to recur? Like, I think we're going to lose faster than we're going to play 4 Fisks.
Sure. Yeah, that's fair.
It'd be really nice if we could play 4 Fisks. Fuck it, I'm throwing out turning wheel. I want to see if we can do it, but I think it's right to throw out labor rates because by the time that we labor rates back in Fisks and play more Fisks, I think we're gonna have lost the game.
Okay.
Like we might have to Fisk next turn.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Labor and Fisk are essential here. Oh yeah, fuck. I was meant to do the other way.
Yep.
Yeah, right? Like if that's a Rashida, so like do we Fisk here? It's just so good for them.
Yeah, it's way too good for them right now. That would suck. What's
like we need a pressure. I think we just run HQ. Like make them spend money.
Like install the Galter run?
Nah, what are they gonna hit us with?
Alright.
Who cares? Like what's
bad
here?
I guess so.
Discarding Fisk is pretty good. Yeah, like whatever. That's a surveyor. We clear one tag. They spend almost all their money on that. We don't want to play the bad cards we put in our deck. Oh, Eric, come on. I really want to know what the star non-peace announcement was. What is that? What does that mean? So we don't have to clear one of these tags. So it's either pay 5 now or to click and 2 credits. So we'll just let this go. We'll clear one tag manually. We'll run R&D, I guess. Does this deck even have boomerangs? Yeah, of course it does. It's hardware. So we don't pay 5 here, right? No.
No. We just let it fire.
Am I wrong? No, you're not wrong. You want to pay 5 and keep going? Yeah.
Yeah, sure. We got the money.
They can't res another one. Let's hit an Abshar. Yeah, their money's pretty bad. And if we get a flip, we can pull down this Rashida probably. Oh, there you go. That's fine. They're on 1 credit. We actually probably pay 6 to trash the Rashida. No, that seems crazy. Do we just do Stargate them? Yeah, we probably just do Stargate them.
Ooh. And we
clear tag on? Yeah. No, install Stargate, clear tag. Because we have Citadel, cool. Right?
Yeah.
So now at least forces them in a different direction. And this has to be Rashida, obviously, so they can get money. It might be a wall-to-wall, which is not as good for them. Sengrim, what up? Stargate instead? Yeah. But I'm glad they spent this money. So let's see what they got. Ooh, Paragon. At spot shop on the bottom of the deck, we install that for 2, we draw 3. I'm not excited about that. I'd rather have a class act. Atlas, Spiderweb, Data Raven. Okay, so if we float a tag, which is honestly kind of bad. No, I think we float a tag. I think we just trash a Data Raven and run back. No, we have actually Citadel. It's not that bad. What's our Fractor?
But we don't want them to trash the Citadel. If they trash the Citadel, then the rogue trading is useless.
Yeah, we want to Citadel. Yeah, I think you're right. I think we'll just do remove tag. But we could definitely float a tag there, because what are they going to do? Credit? I guess if that's Rashida, it's a lot different.
Yeah.
It's linked for Surveyor as well, so Surveyor's already big. Yeah, it's true, actually. The link is worth something. We do have another Sports Hopper. I just don't think we want to install it now. There's a Rashida too. Okay, so they just drew Raven, Spiderweb. Economic Warfare.
Wow.
Crisium on HQ. Okay, that's fine. That's just hateful. Okay, so
now do we Fisk?
Oops, hold. Sure. I don't know. I don't think so. Because we're just gonna draw them to hedge funds. Like we want to put the pressure on now. Is there any milling really going on? No, you see, this is good. Like I think we just run this normally. Like I think we just rogue trading, run it normally, and then Stargate. No, let's just run it normally.
Yeah, okay.
Like if they res the Crisium, maybe we should Stargate so they force the res. Actually, this is probably a mistake. Wait. Okay, whatever. That's fine. That tag also doesn't matter. We're just hoping we don't lose our Bagalter to this. They're a Temple deck wall. They want free cards. Yeah, they definitely do want free cards. All right, we lost a Fisk. That's fine. So at least they can't res the Crisium now, and we trash it for 4 credits with Paragon, but we can't rogue trading this turn. Yes, Paragon, card from deck. It's a food. Damn, we're good. Crisium, trash for 5. So they're on economic warfare, so they have some sort of like...
They must have the hard news or something, yeah.
But like we can Stargate through this almost all the time to take, you know, the whatever. So we'll clear that tag for free, so we don't want a rogue trading. So we'll draw. That's good. We'll probably draw. And we can draw one more to throw the paperclip, or we can click for a credit. I think we can just draw once more.
I think draw one more.
Okay. So there's a small chance that they'll like economic warfare into hard-hitting news or something. But they're going to struggle with that. They only have 2 credits. Okay, so we have 4 points if the stuff in archive stays, and probably doesn't. Okay, so they have 3 credits. So the only thing they can res here is Aket and Afshar, which are fine if we hit those. Do we just Stargate? Do we actually install our Begulter first? Because we're scared.
Yeah, I think install the Begulter.
I think yeah, we Stargate here, right? No, maybe we can just like hold on daily cast rogue trading this turn.
Yeah, just make some money. Prep.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Because probably I don't know. There's a chance that this is one of the 4 credit ices that they drew, which is pretty bad for us. Because now they can res it. Game of Droids, what's up? What's going on this evening? We're playing the deck list of the week, and then we're gonna play some big spiky ice Shinteki, which is always a good time. How you doing? Yeah, I think just Stargate might have been right. We probably do install the Begulter, but if we lose the daily cast, we're not that upset. But like fisking them right now seems so bad because they just need money. At least now they'll spend it. Why install Begulter? Because if we lose it to the net damage on the mouse list, we're in a pretty bad spot. We'll have to rely on Ngolo, which we can probably get away with. All right, let's find a Data Raven or Spiderweb. There's a Raven, that's fine. Now we can build up turning wheel counters there. Yeah, so we go through, we pay 2 credits, and then we have to clear tag manually. I think we do it.
Sure.
It's a 1 in 4 though, roll the dice. This is another sentry that doesn't need it. But yeah, we are crushing them in terms of like if we fisk them into a hedge fund, it's so bad for us. We're gonna lose all our fisks this way. Oh, that's fine. Give him a credit. Diversion of funds to the bottom of the stack. I think so.
Yeah.
Wow. Wait,
Ooh.
do we win? Yeah, we win.
Oh no.
Yeah, good game.
Wow.
Yeah, that's it. You got boomerangs. Killer's overrated. You're right though. The boomerangs are pretty good. Hey, good game. So they conceded. Yeah, they just didn't have the economy. They did not have the money to pressure everything. They obviously ice up HQ pretty heavily, so R&D comes. Thanks you too. Is a liability. Yeah, they just didn't find what they needed soon enough. And again, I think fisking them would have been terrible for us.
Yeah, probably.
That's a bummer. Nice Stargate invested in Seminar Tech. Yeah, Paragon fired. DreamNet would have been pretty good if we got it up. Just getting that free card is awesome. Like run archives, get a credit and a card, and a scry with Paragon's good enough for a click. I had so much time tonight and didn't know exercise. Yo, I haven't exercised in like 2 weeks. I used to bike every day, so I feel you to some extent. Just the winter starting. It's okay. It's okay. There's next year.
That's true.
It's always next year. Oh, hey. Want to do another one with this?
Yeah, sure, that's right.
Cool.
This time we'll mill them for sure.
Yeah, we need to get into a situation where like we exert so much pressure in the early game that they actually ice up everything. Oh, Game of Droids knows what we're up to. And then we can maybe mill them out. I think Asa decks, maybe you can mill them out. Okay, this is an Asa deck. So we're going to basically be mulliganing almost exclusively into our single copy of Miss Bones. Our opening hand is Class Axe Daily Cast, which is okay, but we have no way to pressure the board. Like we don't have a boomerang. We don't have just like an explosive start. Like Sure Gamble, an early like HQ pressure with the run card we have. Either of the run cards we have. We straight mulligan this, huh?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, no Miss Bones. Double rogue trading. Guru is useless. Dream, that's not bad. We also have the threat, like we can always like pressure Cybernex Quartz and then just start fisking. Also, Andre, great job casting. I enjoyed the realization of Keyhole a lot. Surprised everyone. Yo, you sound good. Thank you. Yeah, that was really fun. Okay, Pat, where are we going?
I mean, we're DreamNet R&D, right?
So we install this for 3 credits. We only get card draw. Then we're down on 2 credits and we can't play anything from our deck.
That's right, because we're not at 2 link yet. Yeah. Draw first?
I think so. We don't fisk them. So we can like boomerang run this. I don't know if that's fantastic. It's only 1 credit for boomerang, which is really good. I think we do boomerang run that because that looks like a Rashida. Yeah. I'll do it for 1 credit.
Yeah, for sure.
Maybe they don't res. I just ate 4 pieces of lasagna is a healthy choice. It depends how big the pieces are.
Oh.
AAL. Okay, not what we were expecting. This might be more of a fast advanced deck if this goes down, but at least we prevented a double install, which is kind of nice. We could have actually clicked for left for a window there to ask if they need anything. Fuck, we drew these cards again.
Oh no. Yeah, Guru Devinder probably not going to come in handy.
It's free, but it's not necessary. There's a chance this might be a hard to use deck. I don't know, because we're not respecting it. And I don't know what we play for money now. Like, we have to top deck a Citadel so bad.
There's money.
Like, install cast, click 1?
Yeah.
I think we have to. That's so bad.
Yeah.
We're getting rid of Data Dealer or Black File? Or the second rogue trading?
The second rogue trading, because that's not going to be useful until we get, yeah.
Okay. So they haven't rezzed anything again. They could be like a Kali testing. It could be a Jeeves, model Biroids. It could be like a Bast Chiraboga. There are a lot of things here. Actually, the way that they're drawing, there's a small chance that that is a Cyber Court. Let's see if they trash something. Ooh, Breaker Bay Grid, Server 1. Upgrades are not that common in these sort of lists. July's Oh Baby, my favorite duo. Yo, how's it going? We can't Fiscasa. That gives them way too much things to do.
Well, not yet anyway. We'll wait until they've gotten drawn a bit more.
Yeah, hopefully they fully op heavily. Oh man, I wish we had Boomerang Doof.
Do we want to
Paragon R&D?
Sure.
Again, no dirty laundry. Like, I love the sort of cards that allow you to interact and get money. Add Bravado to the bottom of the stack? No, we want Bravado.
Yeah, we want Bravado.
RLC? What is that? Oh, that one.
Hmm.
According to Cyberpunk 2077, red level clearance is the highest kind of clearance you can get.
Oh,
you wouldn't have known that. What we been in? Probably Data Dealer.
What have we been? Probably the Data Dealer, yeah.
You got a Fizz contrasted Cybernetics Court? Yeah, I think so. We haven't seen one just yet. Could be Combo Essa? Yeah, I guess it could, right? Like, maybe this is a Rococo reconstruction contract dedication. There's a fully operational, so at least they might draw a fair bit here. So there's a chance they don't see us coming, and at the end we mill them way more aggressively than they think. They draw up like 6 cards here. Oh damn, 2 cards.
Yeah, okay, never mind.
Guy last week was kind of meh. What are you talking about? Oh shit, that is a nightmare survey. And our Boomerang is on it too. Like I don't know what this is. Like, this is way too hard to start predicting what it is, so you don't make intelligent plays around this. You just don't touch it.
Yeah, exactly.
So we draw 1 for Bravado, and then we run R&D, I guess, for the scry and the credit. Like,
yeah, I mean, it's something.
If we get a sure gamble, we can afford this thing. Oh, there we go. It's a team sponsorship. Okay, so that's a bit combo-y, but we don't want to play that, obviously, because we are top decking the card we want.
Yeah. So draw a gamble and then toss a black file?
They're a combo deck. There's a chance that we can actually, if they draw really aggressively, we can black file Fiscum. Like, I kind of want to keep that. I think we'll throw out the rogue trading. It seems way too slow for the matchup.
Yeah.
Like, we need 2 pieces, and we probably can't be spending half our turn gaining 6. All right, Rashida, that's more card draw. Haha, we'll get him. Red level clearance being the highest level clearance reminds me of a good Foxtrot comic where Jason is skeptical that Red Bull is a good energy to drink when red is relatively at a lower energy level on the spectrum. Oh, that's the link? Yo, Sanjay, how's it going? Did someone end up suing Red Bull because of the wings thing?
Yeah, someone thought they could fly and then sued Red Bull over it. That sounds familiar, but maybe it's just a story we both made up and have shared memories of. Some kind of Jungian genetic consciousness.
There's like a really good clip of, I think it's a Twitch streamer, Soda Pop, but he's commentating that there's another popular streamer accidentally took a rip from a bong on a stream. Forgot to turn the camera off, and apparently he's ripping from the bong. And he lost his sponsorship with Red Bull. Uh-oh, Arella, man.
Oh no. Ooh, Arella.
Mega Pre, okay. That's an issue. So at least we know we can run that. We just really need to draw our Miss Bones. Yeah. But the idea that they were saying is like, okay, they lost a Red Bull sponsorship, but the question was like, somebody should drink Red Bull every day, and then someone should drink a smoke pot every day and see who dies first. And that's an absolutely horribly apt response. Okay, so we don't want to take that. We could take the breaker down. Like it helps a bit with assembly lines. We definitely want to take Arella down. They didn't Arella. They didn't Arella.
Oh, okay. What does that tell us? That means there's no agenda in HQ.
No ice.
It means
either.
There's nothing, no ice in HQ.
So we're just bravadoing this, right?
Yeah.
What is that server? Then we can take down Arella, and then we definitely take down Rashida. Breaker base for calibration testing? Yeah. Oh, yeah. We definitely have to take that down. You're right. So we'll boomerang that. That shuffles our deck, which is fine. They have really cheap ice, so it's probably like Gatekeeper, Vanilla, maybe an FC3, maybe that big old barrier that goofs your shit up.
Not tier Hagen?
Hagen, yeah. Oh, I put Bravado on the bottom of the stack. I didn't consider that. I just kept clicking yes. I think we do trash her, do we? No.
We're so low on credits. I think we might as well keep it.
It has to be scored from this remote, right? And as soon as we get a paperclip, I don't know what they're going to do. They have to biotic out everything. Okay. So we shuffled anyway, so it doesn't matter what we
it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. Okay. So they have 30 cards left. Another boomerang is really important. We could run HQ here. We're only punished by Fairchild 3 and Gatekeeper. Those are kind of bad.
Those would be bad.
Cast, I guess.
Maybe just credits or cast.
There's actually a chance DreamNet would be better, considering we want to be poking. I don't know what we're poking, but we have to also watch out that we don't like game changer, get them too strong. So there's a big chance actually that this data dealer was huge in the matchup and we didn't see it.
Yep.
Like we could forfeit mega pre-qualifiers if we steal. Oh, it doesn't matter anymore because they have it.
It doesn't matter because they've already scored.
Yeah. Okay, so this is an issue. So we need a paperclip or a spec order, and then we just boomerang the outermost because they're gonna rush out here.
Well, are we gonna boomerang Doof?
Oh, that's sick, dude. Yeah, that's probably a better option here. Because this probably is a food or an Ikawa. I don't know what this could be. If they res, they probably won't have money for anything else. Yeah, if we had a breaker, we know we can slam this. We're going to also lose a boomerang, which is a bummer. Yeah, DreamNet actually be really good to get down because then we get our Paragon trigger intelligently after the boomerang. So they can still score out of a true here, which is a problem. It doesn't matter what we do here. Yeah, we might have wanted to DreamNet first, actually. So should we just run HQ?
Sure.
There's high chance they have another agenda. There's like, they're what, 20 cards in? Yo, Andre, how's it going? Gonna play War of the Outer Worlds while you're on. Hell yeah, let me know how it is in an unspoilery way. I haven't played it yet, obviously. Well, not obviously. Archive memories, okay. So that's not great. We might have want to actually draw there just to get more tempo. Sorry, to get to the tools we need. Because we're pretty far away. This won't do it. Well, actually, this might. I just don't think it will. I don't think it will, man. We probably need to bring that team sponsorship down too once they find a Cali testing, because they can combo out pretty hard. Might want to do that turn, actually. But they only need to score like 2 more agendas. The fact that they scored this is really good. The TTS Arkham update with the new scenario. TTS doesn't update. You have to kind of get it from the makers themselves. So I don't know.
I really need to get access to that Discord.
Oh, easy, man. Okay, Vitruvius of the counter. They have assembly lines as well. Yeah, we should install the DreamNet a while ago. I think we should have taken the investment.
Yeah, that was a mistake.
So Vitruvius of the counter gets some red level clearance, which can be pretty strong with calibration testing. They installed an assembly lines and a second assembly lines. I'm going to ask. And they installed a card with advancement. Oh, we're going to lose so fast. Action. Okay, no. So, do we just DreamNet run one of these?
Yeah. Just trying to.
Or we can run R&D. Is the double install better? Double install means like they can pull a Rashida. I don't think we can trash both of these, so I don't think it matters that much. I think we run R&D or HQ actually.
Sure. You think there's something in HQ?
There might be, yeah.
I guess if they're setting up for the combo, we might as well try to interrupt it.
We know there's an archive memories. We can trash a game changer. I don't know how good that is. Hey, you see, and this gets a boomerang back in the deck. That's actually more what I wanted. Because otherwise a boomerang is stranded. So we'll do Paragon first. Use Paragon. Add Hop Pursuit to the bottom of the stack. Yes. Fully op. Okay. We have a special order. So that can be a big deal. Excuse me, I just hit the microphone. Because we can special order into a paperclip, but we don't have enough clicks to get in. Motherfucker.
Let's just draw.
Yeah, we need to find a boomerang. Glad we didn't play it. Wow, exactly what we wanted. It just probably, maybe a bit too late. They might not have the money here. If they like assembly lines for Rashida for money, they can do it. Or for like another assembly lines. We also could have probably taken down team sponsorship that turn, but I don't know. There's probably only one more trigger in it. Fully op, that lets them get the money back. And the card in server 1 doesn't have to be advanceable, right? Rally lets you do anything.
True. Yeah.
This is the really bad matchup to Fisk them as well.
But maybe it's time to start.
I don't know, man. You know what? Like the fact that we're not Fisking, we're not drawing well. We haven't found a class act. Like we have no Earth Rises. Maybe we take down everything. This is looking iffy. This is not looking good because we don't have any pressure. Like we don't have a Stargate. We don't have a turning wheel. And they click. So a diversion here would be really nice, actually. Assembly lines for double install. They're doing it on their turn. Okay, more stuff in the remote. That's weird. So we're just doing the remote, right?
Yeah. So install that, then boomerang the outermost, and then run.
So we've had 4 as triggers. Doesn't seem great when we could have been Leela, obviously, but we don't have a link. I just don't think as does enough. Drafter, okay, that's their money.
Cool.
Man, we drew so well that last turn, though. Okay, what's the order of access? First, we'll do Paragon. Boomerang to bottom of the stack? No, because we'll draw it.
No.
So we'll access a new thing. It's a CVS Cali testing that goes down.
The
advanced card is a Vacheron, so that's gonna be brewing for a bit. And I don't think we bring down Arella.
I'm fine with leaving Arella there, but we should take down. Should we take down team sponsorship? You think, like, or does that not have enough triggers? Team
sponsorship's only going to trigger once more, so I don't know if it's worth it. We could take down assembly lines pretty comfortably. We've already we have no need to draw. It's like it's either draw. Okay, there's 3 things. I think is obviously draw, assembly lines, or R&D. What are you thinking, dude?
Oh, assembly lines, R&D. Let's take out assembly lines.
Okay. Because assembly lines is really bad if we want to Fisk them, because then they can clicklessly install a Rashida or whatever and just get shit out of their hand too. But we just need to constantly be drawing. The Dream Nut's doing really well for us, but I wish obviously we had an Earthrise or something. And so now we need to draw one of our. No, we have a boomerang, so this server doesn't look good. Oh man, fully operational. Draw 2 cards. Okay, they're 22. You think we can start just pushing it? Because we were weak to biotic out. I think we start Fisking now. They're at 21. We start Fisking.
Absolutely. They spent a click to draw a card. We might as well Fisk it.
Yeah. We'll Fisk. We'll Fisk. Oh, that's bad. Oh no, we have to run that. No, we Fisk, boomerang, run that, and we hopefully draw Bravado.
Fisk, boomerang, Bravado, perfect turn.
Yeah. Fuck. So we didn't find our second Fisk. But we could right here.
It might happen.
Forgot encounter the ice.
Alright, so which
it's a Rashida and a Breaker Break. Good. Okay, so we'll do Paragon first. It's a sure gamble. I guess.
Do we need it right now? Sure, let's draw it.
Yeah, we have Hopper. Trash. And we're not. Shuffle boomerang, yeah, okay. So if we install this here, we'll be down on 9 credits next turn. If we play Sports Hopper next turn, it'll be a credit cheaper. So I think it's between the cast and the gamble. I think the game will be long enough that the cast is a better payoff.
Yeah,
Okay.
that makes sense to me.
And we still have another boomerang, which is really good. Andre, what do you think of Divinity? We're struggling. So I'm playing Divinity with a group of 3 other friends, and the co-op is really cool. Like everyone controls a player, but the issue is that when you go into conversations, you have to listen to other people, or you don't hear the conversations. And my group is not very good at like explaining what's going on, so everyone's kind of lost, unfortunately. And I think that's a bummer. So like we spent a whole evening. It was a short game session. It was like an hour and a half. We did nothing meaningful. We were just entirely lost. So that's kind of a bummer. I think if I was playing it solo, I'd get more out of it. One thing I don't like, and I know there's probably a lot of people watching that know more about Divinity than me, is the combat system is an action point system, and movement takes action, and all attacks it takes action, and abilities take actions, which is a similar thing that you see in other games like XCOM, which is something I'm much more familiar with. But movement seems so fucking expensive that so many of our fights are people standing still and just wailing on things. And the enemy does that a lot too, just stand from a distance, attack. And it just feels that we either are so bad at strategy or we're so underleveled that fights are either we're stomping them or they're stomping us, and we've never had a close fight. And when people die, you have to like get them up with like revives that cost money. Like I'm not sure I like it. Same thing here, because there's a chance they're jamming out here, but I think we have to check this for sure.
I think we have to check that. So we put down the boomerang, we put down the Sports Hopper.
I don't think we need to. We just DreamNet. That'll be enough for us. Ranger might be good. We have a Ranger on our team. I'm playing the Red Prince, but I'm playing like with a sword and a shield, like just kind of trying to be a frontline tank. But like it's the weakest person on our team just gets focused, and we don't have enough like taunt abilities or ways to get that. Movement's so fucking expensive. Like to move over to someone, you don't get an attack, and then they wail on you. Armor's definitely important. I believe it. It's just like no one's finding anything good enough. I don't know. We'll do Paragon first.
Sure.
Boomerang to the bottom stack.
No, because we want to draw it.
That's the Kali testing that comes down. We really want Miss Bones, and that's a Hyperloop extension, which is going to give them money. We have to access that. We're not going to. Okay, so we can gamble.
5 and 6.
We can gamble one of these. The thing is, if we trash one, we won't be able to gamble. But we probably don't need to gamble, because next turn, as long as we're on 3 credits, we'll be able to gamble.
Yeah.
So
which one do you want to do? I want 6.
Because he just says there's a lot of movement abilities. We haven't found any yet, besides like the TP ring, which is obviously really, really, really powerful. Oh, Rashida, that was a good call, man. So we running 5 again?
Thank you. Yeah, let's try 5.
Okay. Such an involved game. I see what single player is more controlled. Yeah, single player I think would be a lot. I think a lot better for me. Just because I'd be able to understand more what's going on. Because like I don't understand the quest line right now. Just because we're not doing a good enough job communicating. Oh, we didn't find another Fisk, man. But maybe this turn. It's such an involved game. I see. Excuse me. Okay, so far they did double single install. So we have a turn. We definitely want to run one of these. So I think we do gamble, run one of these, install Hopper.
Yeah, let's try that.
7 or 8.
Install Hopper first, right?
Does it matter? Because we might see something on top of Paragon that we want to draw. Like we're going to DreamNet.
Sure. But if we install Hopper first, we get an extra credit out of DreamNet, right?
Oh, you beautiful bastard. Yeah. 7 or 8.
Stop it. Let's try 8.
Okay. Yeah, so this gives you a credit when you have Link. That's huge. I wasn't considering that at all. I just wanted the card draw.
Yeah.
Boomerang? Yeah. Sure. What do we want here, actually? Boomerang seems good. We want a doof. No, we want to back a Boomerang. Team sponsorship? Okay. And we'll take 7. Man, they have 15 cards left. Team sponsorship. Okay, so they could Fisk out here. Sorry, Biotic out here and be pretty bad. But they wouldn't be winning. And we're now on game point in theory. But we have to find a Stargate and get a Vacheron into archives. Did you play Divinity, Pat?
No, I never played it, but I'm definitely interested.
Looks like they're going to score out. I don't know. Oh, fuck. That's a problem, actually, because they can like calibration testing into Rella. I think we lost. Oh, yeah, GG.
Oh, too bad.
Yeah, fuck. I forgot about the power of this combo, because now they have a million clicks. And then they can use that to like just over and over install calibration testing and agenda with an advancement. And yeah, that's it.
Do they have the money for it?
Yeah, it's free. Only 3 credits though? Yeah, I think it's free.
Oh, right, because they put it in that server.
Because they get assembly lines back. Yeah, we really needed to keep, that was a real misplay. We needed to keep the data dealer. And even then, I think they can do it. Like, trashing team sponsorship is way more important than we think. Yeah, that's a bummer. Yeah, I think we were teched for that. We just needed to prepare for the combo. We weren't respecting that. Hey, thanks, you too. So there actually is obviously a really big reason why we take down the team sponsorships, but they had 3 of them, so we had to trash all 3 of them, which isn't going to happen.
12 credits.
Trashing the Baker Break grid actually was more important than trashing the team sponsorship. That was actually a big fuck up because that saved them like 6 credits. We should have ran that and trashed the BBG, not the team sponsorship.
Yeah.
Yeah, then we could have won because they did not have anywhere near enough money.
Yeah,
so,
well,
yeah, that's good to learn.
Live and learn.
So if we peeled off, we would have got a Fisk. That would put him on 11 cards. We have a labor rights coming up. Yeah, we'd actually be in an okay spot. We need to draw another diversion stat. And wait, does this list only run 2 diversions? No, it runs 3. Where's the 3rd one? Oh, that's our heap. Excuse me. Oh, yeah, we have a Stargate coming up. So we're not in a bad spot. Okay.
No, Stargate would have been great.
Yeah, Stargate's really important because we can Vacheron for the win. And getting into archives is really important. The Bug Alter also helps a fair bit because we only have to pay 2 for this, but the Boomerang is technically cheaper. Maybe not in terms of clicks. Miss Bones early is a big deal. Like, there's like tech slots in this deck that I don't think I would respect at all. Like, I definitely wouldn't play Guru Devinder, and I would definitely play double Miss Bones. I'm not a big fan of the Hot Pursuit. For me, it just feels like kind of feast or famine, right? It's like if you can get into HQ cheaply, this card's really good. I'd rather play a Legwork or something that's more like attached to a win con because this is like a combo card that needs other support. I don't know. Maybe you don't want a 3rd rogue trading. Maybe you do. But otherwise, yeah, it's a neat list. I don't think Az got us enough credits. I think Az got us like 4 or 5 credits, and that's not good enough.
Yeah, that's fair. But I mean, you have to count the link too. Like if someone can get the Sports Hopper up early with the Dream Net, then it's suddenly worth. Then having Az is suddenly worth a lot more than Levi.
Yeah, but you could play 419 too, right?
Yeah.
And then you end up playing Amakua, and then like so many of our issues. Like we have 1 breaker, that's our solution. Damn, Andre, just incidentally disproving the validity of Jasminder's whole deal. Jasminder is different though, right? Because like you don't expect HQ pressure from its shaper, and Jasminder clears the tag at no cost, which is sick. There's also like a lot of good reasons why to run like Amakua and Jasminder, because IP block is the biggest tech, and you don't have to worry about that anymore. I think Jasminder is fascinating. She has a link too, right?
I don't think she does.
Really? And Maya is like a fine card. Oh, bam. Damn, she doesn't. She does not have link. Andre, after all this time, still wrongly questioning Az, so disappointing. Yeah, right? Like, I don't know what it's going to take for me to enjoy Az. Actually, I think, Jessica, if I wasn't mistaken, one of your stealth lists was the most fun I've had with Az. Asking the world, you let him down. Did anyone do a Jez account siphon throwback deck? No, I don't think anybody did. At least we didn't see it. And I think if anybody was going to play Count Siphon, which they did, you just play like, you play No One Home because it's incredibly good. Yeah. You just get rid of the tags for free, which is sick. It's like a 5 credit value card install. There was Vamp Jasminder, never mind. Okay, Sanjay said there was. Sanjay, of course, would know way better than I do. Mainly works better
Vamp
behind.
Jasminder's not fun.
Yeah. Counter surveillance as let's go. Wait, why? I'm surprised there wasn't some counter surveillance in the tournament, considering like John Masson, or sorry, what's his name? Not John Masonori, the other guy, the doctor, who gives you a tag for 5 clicks. What's his name?
Oh, John. No, I
don't know. Is it John?
I think it's a John. You know what? I guess we can look this up.
Joshua B. Yeah.
Joshua.
Yeah, Joshua B seems really good in those sort of lists. I think Joshua B is nice. Okay. There was also a no siphon Jasminder account or code. I guess a code also is like a throwback card. Is code siphon a throwback card? Yeah.
No, code siphon's too recent.
No, it's in Lunar.
Oh really? Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, I wonder how many people played Nasir. That's what I'd be most excited for. But the problem is like the format is really difficult for Nasir because you can't run Nasir and
so many
Workshop.
Of those old cards. Yeah.
Oh man, every time that I remember Super Corridor as a card, I get like really invested in the idea of trying to make it work aggressively, and like just the timing of it's so difficult. Like I want to play algo trading, I want to control where our credits are. I just don't.
Yeah, even if it works once, I think it's worthwhile. Like it's still a solid. It gives you +2 MU. That's solid for a lot of
The
stuff.
hand size
in
thing is
Shaper.
actually kind of a big deal.
Hand size is important.
It's not bad. It's definitely not bad. It's just like I haven't seen a deck that's trying to get it work as opposed to being like, I guess I'm gonna have to play a console.
Yeah.
In Shaper, and that's kind of a problem with Shaper consoles. I feel like code siphoning for Rizeki's out of Jizminder is the closest I ever got to that card being playable, and we got it to do that for so little time. Oh, we got to do that. Yeah, code siphon, like there was a point in time when this card was legal where people were playing things like, you know, pup and pop-up window and ice that you honestly could find, like we could go through relatively cheaply, and then this became kind of good. It'd be like, hey, install I don't even know what's a 3 credit card or so, whatever. Humble Juggernaut, what up? I played Super Core during the throwback. My throwback card was Personal Workshop. Fuck yeah, you see, that's good. That's exactly cool. What you need. That's really good. How often did it fire? Like, were you playing around it, or was it just like incidental when you were like in ballpark? Cool. Okay, Pat, let's build a deck.
Yeah, let's do it.
Was planning for it often. Hell yeah. You got your blue moose over there. Okay, so code replicated. That's not gonna work. I played a deck of Store Champs a year ago, and it was this sort of deck. It was a Paulina deck, and it ran a lot of big ice, and it ran only 5/3s. So that's like what, 7 5/3s, and the Jinteki 5/3s are still really good. Now that deck loved SSL endorsement. We don't have it, but we still have Obokata protocol, and I guess you could run that one that lets you like arrange the top 9 cards of your deck. Yeah.
Genetic resequencing, or
yeah, exactly. And then I don't know what else we run. I guess TFP is also still really good in central servers. And the idea is that you ran that and you ran offer you can't refuse. And then you'd make sure your central servers don't have end the runs, at least one of them, and you'd make it really hard to deal with. And whenever the runner didn't have money, you would do offer you can't refuse to get your 7th point. And if they refused to offer you one, and if they didn't, they usually died to net damage, which is really fun and exciting. And if I'm not mistaken, that deck also had punitive, but I am not entirely sure. So I'm going to try and search and see if we have the inspiration from this. That's Maddie's food deck. Maddie's food deck again. Neutral deck. Wine McGee. I don't even know. That's a terrible name. What is that? Grail Hyobu. No. Replicated offer. Yeah. Oh, this is actually probably it. Yeah, this is it. Okay, check this out. Card's actually called Bacteria Programming. Thank you. Okay, so so this is a bit different than I thought it was. Let's talk about this. So this is the deck back in the day, and it's not legal for a couple of reasons, but this is the idea. I just want to make sure that we don't have another replicated. I don't know why I call it replicated, because that's obviously something else. No, we don't. Okay, but if we view this, we can talk through it. Didn't you do a Super Corridor Faust thing? I don't remember doing that. Throwback is a Netrunner format that's effectively standard. Oh, what is Throwback? Yo, 1,000 Julys. We did a tournament. We ran a tournament on Saturday, or we hosted a tournament on Saturday, and it's in a format called Throwback. And just like Juggernaut explained, yeah, it's standard, but you can keep 1 rotated card or 1 rotated ID. And it was a lot of fun. It really was a lot of fun. And I'm excited for the future of it, because I don't think it's a solved format by any extent.
No, not at all.
So that was the thing that we said, like, most of the people playing in this format were just playing good decks, and they added good old cards, which is fine. It was just like, this is my good 419 deck, my good whatever deck, and here's a count siphon. And that's nice. It's fun. But I think there's so many combinations of cards from old and new that would be interesting and busted. Like, I think E3 feedback implants is fascinating with cards like, I don't know, Boomerang. Cards like E3 feedback implants with like the what's it called? Those cryptids, like, what are they?
The cryptids?
Yeah, the bird and the crocodile.
The Kankamato and Kabahali.
Yeah, exactly. And there's a lot of interesting stuff like that. Like finding cards that are not like tier 1, but probably combined in a way that could be considered tier 1. I think that stuff's really cool, and I'm excited to see what that does. Was planning for it, only fired 4 times a game. That's still a lot of money. Okay, so this was in the meta back in, I don't think we have a date yet, 2018. So this is a while ago. But this is what the deck was. It ran only 5/3s, and I think it should run only 5/3s. So we have Obokata. We have Philotic, which it's good to have a never advanced plan, but I don't think you need it. We have NGO Front. You could probably put Rashid in this deck. And we had 2 offer you can't refuse. It also apparently didn't have punitive counter strikes, which I'm a bit surprised about. But it had good enough ice. There's a chance that this is a worse list of it that I might have modified from the V1. It had scarcity back then because scarcity is really good. It had a voter intimidation because turning wheel is a really big thing back in the day, and this is just a fine card. Also, Film Critic was legal, so that's a really big deal. And we had Marcus Batty, which was still pretty relevant. Marcus Batty can still be pretty good, obviously. Maybe you don't need this. Maybe you could do a Lacosta version and you could run Biavault, who knows. And you have Crisium Grid, and then a card that barely saw any play, which is Code Replicator. Yeah, July's Lunar is rotated. And this is really cool because when the runner passes a res piece of ice protecting the server, you may trash it and they have to encounter it again, which is a big deal for anything that gets a lot of subroutines like Kamainu, so that you have like
just adds more subroutines.
Yeah, right? It keeps adding, which is a really big deal when you're trying to offer you can't refuse someone on a central server with this. Now, there's a chance that Code Replicator isn't necessary. As you mentioned earlier, Pat, there's like Mumbad City Grid, which actually does a similar thing. But the idea is that you want to combine this with like really spiky ice to make, a good server. And you probably can do it. And probably the ice suite looks very different than it did back in 2018. But we can look through what we have here. We have Kakugo, which is good. Doesn't exist anymore. So we have to deal with that. Maybe border control. Who knows? We have Seder Adaptive Barrier, which is good. We had 2 DNA Tracker. DNA Tracker was way more popular back then than it is now. I'm not actually sure why it fell off exactly. I think it's just because there's so much Ngolo and Amina. But this is a really good card, and it's not too weak to Boomerang, which is okay, I guess. Fairchild 2.0. I don't know how good this card is. If you ever play against Amina, you get really salty. So, but it is technically taxing against Anarchs specifically. And I think there was a lot of Anarchs in 2018. There's a lot of like Hippo Anarchs at this time. And a Miraju. I don't know why. Why Miraju? Were people on like... What was bad? What was indexing wasn't legal? Was it? I don't remember why that we played.
I don't remember, but I remember Mirage being quite popular. I don't remember exactly.
Yeah, like just because that Mirage was for indexing. Mirage was exactly for indexing, which is pretty good. Anansi's Maths eclipses DNA. I guess you don't want too many 8-cost cards. Yeah, I think that's largely it. We only have one Anansi. I definitely want to have 3 of these instead of the DNA trackers. I think it's so good. We also just have like Engram Flush, which is really good code game for the strength. And then some other really weird includes like Ichi 1.0, which doesn't see a lot of play, but is fine, I guess. Jua, which never really saw its light, but like in a world where there were so many Anarchs installing bin breakers in 2018, this seemed really good. And I honestly don't think it's too bad. If someone face checks this early, they have a really rough turn. And then Komainu, which works with their combo. So again, this list doesn't have punitive. We could. But the idea is to run a bunch of 5-3s and offer you can't refuse and hopefully do some sort of glacier stuff. How good is that? Probably not as good as on advancing on top of what's it called, Lacosta grids, but we can probably do some big eyes. I bet Fairchild 3 was most wanted list. Oh, you're probably right. Yeah, that's probably why we're on 2s. This was back in the day where like Obokata was a restricted card. Maybe even before that. I don't know. But yeah, there's a chance that Fairchild 3 fits into this deck pretty well too. The only issue is like you have to watch out. If you're setting up an offer you can't refuse server on centrals, and again, you don't need to set up the perfect server because you can bluff with this, or you just put it at a time where they don't want to face check the damage. You want to make sure that none of the ice on the central server of your choice does end the run. Otherwise, they can just hit that subroutine and not break it. So things like Fairchild 3 in some cases are worse. Actually, no, because you can choose the brain damage.
Fairchild 3 is still, yeah,
it's totally fine. But you just have to watch out that you just don't jam like Kakugo's on R&D and then he'd be like, offer you can't refuse R&D and you're like, end the run, whatever. Okay, let's build something. Yeah, we need ganked. Yeah, we're definitely putting ganked in this. And we can also put what's the new side game one that no one ever plays? That just imitates another ice? It's a mythic. I forget the name. We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Okay. And we're going to play Paulana because we need a lot of money. But in theory, we could play Mati Mukundo. I just feel like the money isn't going to be really important. Paulana food. Konjin, thank you. Thank you. Quick question: if you install cold site server, click cold site server, play offer on the server, do they automatically score a point? I don't think so, because this makes a run.
Let me look up cold sites.
So cold site server makes the run cost an additional click. I don't think so, because I don't think you're ever forced to pay additional costs. I don't know if there's a ruling on that. Or reverse accounts stenciling. What's up? What about Econ Warfare and offer you can't refuse? I don't think that's worth it. Like, I just don't think it does enough. Like, it's not hard to find a window if we have that big ice where they run the remote, steal an agenda, and then they can't offer you can't refuse. Like, I don't think it's necessary to put other cards that are like not exactly our win con. Play and throwback and add cell portal to your deck. We can just play Labyrinthine Service, right? Did that rotate yet?
Yeah, that was a winner.
Shit. Okay, never mind. Okay, Pat, where are we starting? Hedge funds?
Hedge funds. Let's think about our IPO.
Offer would play 2.
Sure.
We probably end up playing Celebrity Gift, unfortunately.
You really hate that card.
We need it. Our ice is really expensive, and I don't know whether we run punitive or not. I think we could. Yeah,
I mean, I think we put it.
Mumbad could be better than Code Replicator. You're forced to pay additional costs, but all additional costs to run this cost of click specified not through a card ability. Labyrinthine Service is rotated, but maybe back in Ocarina 3. Hell yeah. Okay. Sorry, Pat. I cut you off.
Oh, can't remember what I was saying. It's okay.
Beans. Okay, sorry, dude. Well,
that's okay. We've lost it forever. It was my brilliant magnum opus.
We can't play that. Okay, so we could do 3 Anansi and regret it. We probably want to play a single Chiashi. I feel like Chiashi is just so modernly good. It does end the run, but like it's good on the remote.
It's going to do 4 damage if they don't do anything about it.
Yeah. What else is good? And that's the thing is like if we play one big ice and if we're running Mumbad virtual, what's it called? Mumbad grid, is that we can make that a 3 ice Chiashi, which seems pretty good.
Yeah.
On that note,
maybe 1 DNA tracker.
DNA tracker? Yeah, we could do 1 maybe. I was gonna suggest, because our ice is getting really big, is that we could run what's that little guy? The thimble rig? And run 1 or 2 of them to reposition our ice like optimally for the Mumbad grid.
Yeah, that'd be great.
That'd be great, in fact.
We want to do Kamainu and Konjin.
Yeah, we'll do Kamainu. We'll do a Konjin. It might be too expensive. We'll see. All static. What else is good? There's some really good stuff here. Why is it showing me Lotus Field? Oh, Lotus Field is in System Core, of course. Oh man, dude, we saw Susanoo no Makoto at the tournament, and it was doing well, and I was losing my mind.
What did they do? I haven't watched all the stream yet.
They just put it because it's nice. That's hard to get through, and we never saw it got boomeranged, which is one of the big reasons I never play this card. And we saw like an Anarch struggling to like MK Ultra through this, and it was hilarious. Nice. Malinsey can be very taxing. I don't like Malinsey at all as a design space. Okay, so check out Malinsey. Doesn't make any sense to me. And this is one of the big like Netrunner conversations about what ice should and shouldn't do. Okay, Malinsey is very comparable to Anansi. 3 subs, 5 strength. It's 1 credit cheaper. Anansi's subroutines don't end the run. They do damage. Malinsey's the same cost. These subroutines are really good. Rearranging on top of R&D, drawing a card, amazing. Lets a runner draw a card, kind of bad. Now, Malinsey's literally can do nothing. Against Anarchs, it can help them mill their deck to get through their breakers. You can hit this and take 1 net damage and trash like 7 cards. This is so weak to boomerang. You boomerang this, you take a net damage, as opposed to Nancy, where like you take 3 net damage and one of these subroutines fires. Malinsey is just like, it has to be the 4th Anansi, and even that I'd play DNA Tracker over it. Any card that gives your opponent a choice is just going to be such a worse card, because they're obviously always going to pick the worst option, and these options are not that bad, right? Like, yeah, I don't know. If they have I've Had Worse in the hand, they could like trash 5 cards off the top of their deck, take the 3 net damage, ensure that I've Had Worse gets hit. Like, there's some really bad choices in it. Brainstorm? I don't know if we're going to do Brainstorm. Brainstorm feels bad, and I feel like they prepare for sentries when they run in Polynel. That's why Brainstorm is so much better in like HB. Sorry, Engram Flush is the one I was thinking of. We need to play that. That card's way too good.
Yeah.
Okay, barriers. Malinsey was in the same pack as Anansi. Oh my god, that's bad.
Yeah. Do we want to do border control?
That's going to be too much of our influence, and it's going to stop us from doing cool stuff. Obviously, like, border control is incredibly good when we have taxing ice, because it multiplies the value of the ice. But I feel like we're gonna have to go a different way, and I don't think envelope cuts it, because we're not worried about the face check, and paperclip breaks us for 2, which is terrible.
Yeah.
So I don't know what we saw people like splash, and this is influence too, and I don't think, like, how much influence is border control? 3? Oh my god, we saw actually people splash instead of border control, splash spiderweb, which I think is 2 influence, which is really cool as boomerang tech, but looks really bad compared to border control.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. What if Tithonium
prevents, like...
Sorry?
I was about to say, like, it prevents a boomerang siphon, which is pretty devastating.
Yeah, it's definitely good for that, but in theory, border control does in a way worse part. Just IP block, yeah, IP block is probably good enough. There's also a chance Satyr Adaptive Barrier is okay enough. Tithonium gets wrecked by Paperclip. Tithonium honestly is kind of interesting. People don't respect Tithonium, and if the deck was running Marcus Batty, so when we scrolled through this list, we saw on the front page a bunch of the Plana lists were Maddie Plana lists, and those are Plana lists that Maddie has been playing in tournaments this year, and almost all of them had Marcus Batty into Tithonium, and that's one of the biggest blowouts you can get, and nobody respects Tithonium. I honestly think it's really, really good, but it's probably a bit too expensive for what it is, and we'd have to play Batty for this to be good. But this into Batty against a criminal, you win the game. Like, just on the spot, you win. Oh, Eli. Yeah, Eli is actually pretty good. I don't know, something like that. Lindsay, is that in the first century? Oof. Okay. I feel like we probably wanted in here some, like, slot machines or something. We're only at 16 ice.
Well, 16 is a good start.
Yeah.
One slot machine or 2 slot machines. Cool.
Yeah, let's do 2 and see how we go from here. So we still have, like, what? 9 influence. That's a lot. That's a fair bit.
Yeah.
Sandstorm
So for agendas?
Sorry. Yeah, agendas. So we only want to do 5 3s. Sandstorm probably doesn't have a place here. It's like our positionality of it, it's not good. It like dies to boomerang. It's definitely not a bad card, but I feel like we just want to make taxing stuff as opposed to like, if we want to do that, we play border control over it, I think. Means we don't need Essential as a death server. I don't know if that's going to be too hard to set that up, but yeah, it's interesting, isn't it?
What's the barrier that has net damage and ETR? Well, we already have that, right? That's Chiashi.
Yeah, but I think they think of envelope.
Or they think of envelope.
Yeah, it's usually envelope, right? I don't see that question. Little crickety.
Do we want to put
oh yeah,
in
sorry,
here?
Vincent. Sorry?
Are we putting ganked in here?
Yes. We're definitely putting ganked in here. So I don't think we can put punitive in. Yeah, I don't think we can play punitive. Okay, so these are one of the questions that I never understand. Playing Global Food Initiative in a 5-3 deck seems really bad to me, right? Like, check this out.
Yeah.
But I'm usually wrong about this. I've been wrong about this like so consistently. Say we do like this, okay? So they win in 3 agendas, but if they steal 3 foods, they win in 4 agendas. That makes this seem really bad.
If they steal 3 foods
all
exclusively.
3 foods, yeah, exclusively. So that's never going to happen. So the global food initiatives in this list is bad, and you see this agenda structure actually pretty often, but this does nothing for you. So I don't think we ever play this. So the question is, what 5-3 do we play if we want to do only 5-3s?
Bacterial, right?
Yeah, but bacterial is like specifically good if we play punitive, but I don't think we are.
What if we do 2 ganked and then put in punitives?
Okay. If Obokata, why not Data Loop? Yeah, that'd actually be pretty good. It's expensive though, but it'd be pretty good. Wall of Thorns and Envelope as well. It's such a cute family. Okay, so we can do maybe we can like clean up the barriers a bit, but like the idea is to play Data Ward. Nope, Data Loop. Which is really good for punitive. It kind of broadcasts punitive a bit, but it's a really taxing ice regardless of what you do. I love playing this with like end the run abilities, and I don't think we're gonna do that. Bacterial protects against multi-axis with ganked, I guess. Oh, that's kind of cute, isn't it? Oh, that's true. Okay, so we can run. The issue is like we run 2 punitives and an archived. I think that's the best combination, but we're gonna be over influence. I think 2 punitive archive is better than 3 punitive. So we have to take out 1 gank, then we have to take out 1 of our influence dice.
1 Eli? Because Eli isn't in the run and we want to minimize those?
Yeah, okay. Himitsubaku is like, at that point, I'd rather run vanilla than Himitsubaku, because Himitsubaku's replacement effect doesn't matter too much. Paperclip breaks this for 1. Paperclip breaks this for 1. The only difference for vanilla is when it comes to specifically 1 strength fractors, which there aren't that many, or Amakua. But Amakua is going to struggle against our deck anyways, because we have some big ass ice, so I'm not too worried. But yeah, if we're playing Baku, I'd play vanilla before that. Okay. Mamba City Grid, that's our cool spice. Yeah?
Yeah, that's cool.
Hopefully we get big enough servers so that actually matters. 3. Wait, what else are we playing? We need to play like NGO fronts. We'll probably play Rashida.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And I think we want more defensive upgrades. Like, I don't know if we do Marcus Batty. What else is really cool? Like, do we want to go all into it and play a Code Replicator?
I do like Code Replicator in this deck. That's kind of cool.
Okay, maybe we do 2 that, 2 Mumbat, and then we can add like a preemptive.
Oh, Himitsubaku can strand boomerangs. That's neat.
Yeah. Yeah, but they need a boomerang the Baku.
Yeah.
Which if they don't do it blindly, I don't think they'll ever do it. Like I think that's totally right, but like there's so many other ways to do that, like a Marcus Batty side game, border control, Nisei tokens, Biovault. But you're right, that is kind of cute.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so question is, do we have enough money? Do we have enough ice? So we're looking at 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 ice, which honestly, that's okay. Our ice is probably really expensive. If we look at our cost curve, most things I think are at 3, but that's like celebrity gift and stuff too. Let's see what the draw's like. We also don't have Chrism or anything, which in theory could. That's an opening we'd probably keep.
Yeah, I would keep that.
I can remember credit if they run a call program. Then that's exactly what we want. Thimble Rig, Rashida, credit. We probably actually want to draw one. So maybe if we believe in Rashida, we don't. We get 3 off the top. And so now we really want to build our code replicator ganked server. We can do some disgusting things here, man. This feels good, right?
Oh, yeah, I like it. I like this a lot.
Okay, all right. What do we call it?
What do we call it? Sklanked, because it's ganked, and my name is Sklar. Or not. We could do something sensible.
Okay, wait. No, it's definitely Sklanked. There's always a decision here, and it might be wrong because we're playing a punitive deck. But is there any case that we drop one of these 5/3s to run Philotic? Because we're technically at 21 agenda points and we don't need to. Now that lowers the consistency of a punitive. In fact, even loses us a punitive window. So I don't think that's worth doing. But we could always do that to have a never advance. Oh, I didn't play 3.
That's the only benefit, because like they're not going to steal enough agendas for Philotic to be really a threat. I don't want to do that.
Okay. I also forgot a third Rashida for some reason, and I think we need a third Rashida because it's good.
An Andre you can't refuse, says Xingqiang.
Nice. 3 future perfect, 1 bacterial. Honestly, that's probably not bad. The reason why bacterial looks good, right, is like this ability is kind of really cute when it comes to drawing punitives. Because if they hit this early, you like top deck punitive or 2. So I want to try this, but there's a big chance that the future perfect is going to be the defensive agenda we want for sure. Why not play defensive agenda? That's kind of why, because this is an offensive agenda, right? There's even a chance that you can feed them if they're multi-accessing like a second agenda, and then we can hit them.
Oh, yeah.
Want to use Gene Splicer for the 7th point? We could. We definitely could. I just want to play this because this is more fun, and I think this card is actually way more playable than people think. But yeah, Gene Splicer is a possibility. There's a thing with Gene Splicer. Obviously, it's trashable, and you have to set it up, and it's expensive. None of that matters too much if you win off of it. But offer you can't refuse is surprising, and sometimes you just can't refuse. Like sometimes it just wins games, and I don't think it's too hard to set that up. Flawed to get to 5 points also means you aren't playing offer to win usually. Oh, that's also a really big deal too. And I think I probably realized about this deck that this makes no sense with the offer. Yeah, that's actually way better. Yeah. Are we cutting something for Rashida?
Are we cutting something?
A celebrity gift?
Or just yeah, sure.
To some extent, I also I want to put a snare in here because snare buys us a huge window to score agenda. If someone hits a snare, we jam agenda the next turn.
Yeah, sure. I was just thinking.
Yeah, Jeff.
How great would it be if there's a runner connection named Gene Splicer? Wouldn't that be fun?
It's me, Jean Splicer. Oh, Mwanza. Yeah, Jessica. Unfortunately, this is not exactly a Mwanza list. We need 3 snares for that. But oh man. Okay, we need to cut 2 cards now. It could be 1 Rashida and another card. We could cut 2 celebrity gifts.
I think cut 2 celebrity gifts. Like Rashida is so essential.
Okay. Sklanked.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a chance that 1 celebrity gift, 1 fewer Rashida is good. I don't know. We'll obviously play 100 games with this and figure it out. Yeah.
I am working on the Gene Splicer bio for Nisei. They haven't, I'm allowed to spoil that now. Gene Splicer is going to be the next ID, Crim, I think.
I don't know if anybody in Throwback played Dean Lister, but I think Dean Lister is secretly a fucking hot tech card. You put that in your Geist list, oh my god, with Amakua?
Yeah, for sure.
It was so good back in the day. Jean Splicer. What do you thought process when selecting the ID? For this one, we need money. That's largely it. Like that, this ID gives you a lot of money, and we have a lot of big ice. Ag Infusion is probably a pretty good one too, because we can obviously boop them into stuff, but we'd have to play a bit more ice. Ag Infusion is a bit trickier to play, I think. Like the skill level is a bit higher, and you kind of expect the scarier ice a bit sooner, which is something we kind of want to slow down on. But I just think we want as much money as we can get, and Plana will give you money. Not too big of not too big of a decision there. I don't think any of the other, there's like 2 Jinteki Glacier IDs that I think are playable. Egg Infusion and Paulina. I'm not a big fan of Saraswati. I just don't think it does enough compared to anything else. Considering like you have that same effect attached to like Lacosta, and Lacosta seems so much better. There's a Dean Lister one on one of Rosenheim City Grid videos. Oh, no way. I had no idea. Sick. Were they Geist or were they doing something else? So Pat, now we play against that As list and they Guru Devinder F. Yo, what up, Rob? So Swati, if you want to play lockdowns, that's basically it. Yeah, right? For Biovaults. Yeah, the problem with Swati too is like if you're Swati out an NGO front or Biovault, you can't use it that turn because you can't res it. And that like just feels so fucking bad.
Yeah, that's really frustrating.
Oh, I should probably pick. Yeah, probably. Okay. All right, 4-9. Okay, this is okay. This is we got mulligan in this hand, huh?
Yep. All right, this is better. It's money.
Yeah, that's a way better. Okay, so we're against 4-9, so the expose is gonna matter. I think we want IP block on HQ, unfortunately. Love the stream name. Sure. What up, Ken? This is actually this is actually the PS2 version of Cyberpunk. It's pretty low res. My girlfriend wants me to come watch Criminal Minds with her. I said, why not? Come match up grid with me. Oh, I don't know if you're gonna win that one.
Yeah, Criminal Minds has people being like chopped up and stuff. That's pretty cool.
So we'll pay one.
Not really cool, I should say.
Fuck bet. So
damn it.
Rob is 100% what do they call it? Mining accident gamer. So we're gonna have to make sure we keep our credits up because he's gonna like pressure central and then mining accident. So we're gonna try and keep ourselves over 5 credits forever.
Sure.
Yo, just got a shout out to Aaron. Double Rizeki, double or so that's a problem.
No.
Because we're trying to tune into them, of course. But we want to like that's the issue. So we don't want to go too fast, but it's gonna be difficult. So we could do like install. That's bad. So I think we do install in archives on this. We can expose it. I don't care if they know what this is. And then like we need to set up next turn to do install event. So I think we do archives, server 1 credit, and then next turn we just jam NGO.
Sure. That makes sense.
Here. If they inside job this DNA tracker at some point, we're gonna feel stupid. We want to keep our money up. Start at the objective is Emerald Orbs. Yeah, Disperse. Yeah, it is a gank deck. How's it going? I guess their Swati's pretty good with free advance region, score 5-3 with pseudo never advance. It just doesn't seem that much better. Oh, maybe we should have protected this because this is not gonna do anything. Oh, never mind. We got our money back. Oh.
Yeah, that'll be fine.
I forgot to fire it. I mentioned watching poker with my girlfriend. She was having none of it. I think the dreams of her watch Metropole and having her watch Metropole and absolute pipe dream. Am I worse or better than poker? I can't tell. So they're drawing daily cast.
I think you're worse than poker.
I think I'm worse than poker. Yeah, I think that's what we got out of that. Okay, so this is only good in the later setup, which is going to take us a minute to get to. So do we just jam NGO front?
Yeah, let's just do the NGO front.
So we're going to get a do for something here.
So we might as well res it, just in case there's a drive-by in the stack or something, right?
I did falsified it over anything, but we know the next 3 cards are drawing, so I don't think it matters. Oh, we could have jammed out there. Preemptive, that's fucking shit. So we know they drew a daily cast and a class act, so that's 2 cards out of their hand, so they're not gonna be that hard. The IP lock obviously very good because they have Amakua. The question is whether we want that on our scoring remote. I don't think so. I think we need to jam this out. I'm just gonna pop this because they're not gonna run it.
Yeah, sure, might as well.
But then what do we do our last click? I think it's just a credit.
You don't want to install the IP block anywhere? Like you don't want to put that in the scoring
I don't know
remote?
where to put it. On the scoring remote? I guess so. But I want to double install it to play around 4-9. Like I don't want to do 1 install a turn. It feels bad.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay, so I'm just gonna click for credit and we'll res and pop this. Damn, if we had an agenda we could score it out there. The problem is like none of our agendas are like good tempo for us. But we had some good offer you can't refuse turns. I guess Anger and Flesh isn't exactly it. Oh man, they're gonna abuse our Our slot machine. So Paragon's down. They're running the IP block. This is gonna be bad for us. We can at least, we'd have to trace to 5 to give them attack. I think it's worth it. So they can do 5, so we're gonna spend 3.
Yeah, we've got the money. Might as well. Are you kind of hoping they take the vector reprogramming, or is it too early to go after?
Sorry?
Are you kind of hoping they'll take the agenda, or is it too early to take advantage of that?
I think it's too early. Oh, actually, no, it would have been fine. But we need another ice here. We just want it to be better than IP block because they're ready for diversion. And Konjin isn't it. Oh my god, is this bad.
We are drawing the worst cards at the worst time.
This is really bad against Amakua, which they're definitely on. We can't afford any of this stuff.
Nope.
Yeah, Archives is a slot machine. Yeah, I don't think we can zoom in more. Oh, we can zoom in one more for that. But as soon as you zoom in farther than that, things start wrapping. Oh, there, like right there is where it gets bad. Let me know if our faces overlap stuff. What do they do? Gamble, gamble. They have fucking so much money. There's a small chance they'll hit a huge. Oh, it's Amina. Oh, it's bad.
Yep.
Okay, our DNA tracker's like that. Resource event resource. So they're gonna spend 4, and we're gonna lose 1. But they get their Paragon and their Dirty Laundry. And this is where the deep night, the mining accidents happen. But I don't know. They don't have that many cards in their hand. There's an Earthrise though. They're popping off. Thimble Rig is pretty rough.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Yeah. I think we just jammed this.
Yeah, let's try it.
But like we have a lot of work to do. And there's a chance that Rob's on Polop. I don't know how good that is. What did we put here? Double IP block? What are we thinking?
Why did we do that? Wait, why? Again, you're using the Wii, and they're like you're sucking me into this.
They got 2 boomerangs coming up.
Great.
This fire's on score too, right? That's kind of neat. It's kind of neat, I guess. We're losing a credit a turn to our friend slot machine. They are paying 4 though, which is a lot. So for them, it's like,
I mean, they're paying 3, really.
Pay 4, gain 3, 4, but no, it's free, right?
Because
it was a Dirty Laundry.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just gonna score this, which is a problem because our money sucks. Arrange the top 7 cards. Okay, select a card to discard. So what do we not want to draw? Anger Flush is still pretty taxing. It's 4 for them, which is pretty good. We only have good cards, dude. I don't know what to tell you. The issue is that we're not going to win the game anytime soon because there's no agenda. There's one agenda in the next 7. So we have to like play fucking grindy. And they're halfway through their deck, which is okay.
Surely we can trash 1 or 2 of these.
Yeah,
we can trash the code replicator. We can trash
the code replicator?
Maybe.
Dude, you know how big his commander is going to be? Huh?
Okay, you're right. Can we trash the swap machine?
Yeah, I think we can trash the slot machine.
Okay.
Anger Flush is fine. Okay, so card to move to HQ, so we're gonna have to discard it, so we're not gonna do that. And then we arrange the top of R&D. So we just have to count to 7. So Future Perfect's gonna be on the bottom. Then we'll put we want a Nancy on the outside because of the turning wheel. So our outsides are pretty bad. So we want a bad card out here, bad card out there. So we'll do Engram Flush and a Nancy. So those 2 will be next. We want a Hedge Fund after that. We'll do Code Replicator, Punitive. We'll put the Punitive further down. Code Replicator. We'll do Nancy, Engram, Hedge.
Yeah.
What is this, Engram? Okay. Is Engram about as good as bad as Slot Machine? Yeah, it's a bit better because it's cheaper. There's a chance to let it fire, which like when they go desperation mode, but it's technically more impactful than Slot Machine because they can't steal Obokata through it. Dude.
I genuinely feel bad for anyone who scores Bacterial Program.
Seven's like a lot. Obviously that's good, but like there's so much going on there. Like offer, what is it called? Making an entrance is 6 cards, and that already takes an hour to do. And they added 1 more. Okay, 4 credits at the top of their turn. They're gonna eclipse us soon. And we don't have border control. Like, we're not playing anything that's massively unfair. Wow. Can't believe they're paying for this. Event. Diversion, inside job, bravado. So we know they have an inside job, which is going to be a problem for Komainu. They also know that this isn't a La Costa. Alternate mentions making an entrance and implying he's actually played it before. I definitely have. It's good in a max deck. So this is what I'm talking about. Sure. We have to pay 5. We're not going to give them bad pub. Otherwise, we're going to lose here. They probably pay a second one. But we are doing credit hedge fund next turn. Okay, we take one bad pub.
Damn it.
There's no way he has all 3. Yeah, Rob loves this 419 mining accident list. So they got 1 bad pub. That goes pretty far. Because now every run is 2 cheaper, or first run of turn. Oh. The problem is, like, if we res an Engram flush here, like, we know what they're going to hit on any server. I do a bit. So, like, I'm not that worried about the res here. Like, they're going to hit a hedge fund on R&D. The problem is, like, they're getting turning wheel tokens, and we don't have any voter intimidation or any way to deal with that. Yeah, this is good. Komainu, we can't res. We can't res any of this shit. So we're going to lose our thing here. What could have been bad there? Like, Cortex Lock would have done 2 damage. It's not that bad.
Yeah.
We'll trash that for 3. That saves us 3 credits.
I like your thinking.
I don't know if we're ever going to punitive him. We really need to get him to hit an Obokata. Ooh, there you go. And so obviously resing a big ice is going to be incredibly important for us because then Kojin actually matters. Yeah. I think there's a reason nobody plays this ice. It seems way too expensive. And the fact that if you draw it early game, it's like entirely dead. Like, would you res this for 3 and play a side game to make it a slot machine? Probably not. No. Oh, we're getting doofed now. The question is, do we res the IP block? I don't think we do.
Yeah, let's leave it. Or spend the boomerang, so to speak.
No, but then it shuffles it back into their deck. Fire and broken subs. Okay, so we're going to lose 5 credits. We'd have to trace this way out, so I don't think we trace this at all.
No, we just go down to 6. That's fine.
Nah, that's a bummer. We know they have an inside job in their hand as well, so we're going to be really very much on the back foot here. That's why, like, scoring an early Nisei is way better than scoring this thing, because this thing is not really doing anything for us. Do we have an IPO coming up? I don't think we did.
No.
At least our 419 tax gets refunded by the Earthrise Hotel. 18 cards left. Goal is the deck to give Komainu as many subs as possible. Yeah, and to some extent, yeah. They have 4 credits. They have just enough here. So we're going to call event because we know they have an inside job at least. So they'll probably want to break this. We also know what card they're hitting here. I believe they're hitting an Anansi. We lose a credit. And unfortunately, we're under 5, so they could mining accidents us here. Oh, they're seeing 2 cards, which is weird because we saw these cards. I don't think they need to do that. And they have a paperclip in the bin. It's good to know. Thimble Rig's not the worst, right? Like, they make it for 2. It's just really bad when we get it out here.
Yeah.
I think we're gonna.
Where are we gonna put it?
Sorry.
Where would we even put it?
I think we just need to keep clicking for credits.
Yeah.
Yeah, like once I think we just click for credits, and like Kojin seems so nice once we get something big up, but I don't think we need a Thimble Rig that bad. They're gonna diversion us again, which is an issue. Like, we need to replace. Oh, we did replace this, so maybe they're scared. Oh, they have a Bagalter too. When did that happen? I didn't realize that. Like, I play with JNet sounds. A lot of cards in hand. That's 4. That's so taxing. This is they probably could install and break this, or they can use a link to do 2. So this is still a 6 credit run. Like, oh, sorry, fuck. Gotta trace that. And maybe they hit a snare here. I don't know how good that is.
Do we even trigger that? I don't know.
No, I don't think so. Punitive. Ooh, are we gonna get them? Who knows? But man, these engram flushes just do so much work. We'll pay 5. So Future Perfect is now really weak.
Yeah. But they don't know that.
They don't know that.
Install
Code
click for credit.
replicator. Ooh. Do we install this on HQ? Click for credits? I think so.
Yeah, sure. That's kind of fun.
They know what it is, but like basically, it lets us duck diversion if we really need to, and it means that they have to hit this engram twice. They see the punitive. It's hard to kill them after, right? It's obviously a lot harder. Our money's so bad it doesn't really matter. But the biggest deal here is that Obakata is a hell of a card. This actually might be this might be a Future Perfect here. I forget.
Yeah, I think it is.
I think I dislike pretty much everything about Kunjin, unfortunately. Why? What do you think, Jessica? Their money's not amazing. Oh, that's not true. They're gonna get money from this. Oh, turning well now. I think it's definitely TFP. But I think there might be something on top of it. Yeah, I could have paid 1 there.
They're gonna take that. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we could have actually paid 1 because then they have to go back in. But I think they just wait the next turn because it seems like it was the second card. So what have they played? They played all gambles. They might have 1 other orb. They've played 2 bravados. They threw in an Amakua. Oh yeah, it's a punitive. Okay, because we thought we'd draw it there. So right. I think we're just clicking for credits and throwing it. Like this is obviously terrible Netrunner.
Yep.
So we don't have active plays. Like Lacoste is such a good deal. Anything you put in the remote, they have to run. Hardware event, hardware. So they have 2 inside jobs in their hand coming up. Oh, they broke it. Yeah, I didn't fire it, of course. But now what? They have what? 1 bad publicity, 1 Paragon. So they're paying 2 credits for make us lose 1. And they get a scry. I don't know how good that is.
I mean, when we're this low on credits, it's good for them.
Yeah. And now we're drawing new cards, which is nice. At least now they're paying 8 credits this turn. Like they're paying 8 credits for this. This is so expensive. Oh, actually 3 with that pub. Excuse me. Oh, Jesus Christ. Ooh. Okay, so this is really, really bad. We can do credit hedge at punitive, but now our punitive play is offline. So I think we just 100% lost. Just like a card to discard. Don't need that. Ganked is okay. I think we concede.
Honestly, yeah, maybe.
This seems so bad compared to like
are we ever going to score another 5-3? I don't think so.
No. Like we just can't afford anything.
Mm-hmm.
Like, do we need daily quest or something? I think we need daily quest. There's a small chance we can cheese him with the Kamainu, but it seems really unlikely. Card to move into HQ. Oh, I forgot we could do that. Wait, we can make them hit a ganked? Are they accessing 2 cards? No, they're not. Okay.
We're spending a lot of time considering we're about to probably concede.
Did the cost more influence? Yeah, we'd make some space for it. I don't think they're seeing another card. I almost hit start over. I would have lost my mind. Take all the bad cards out, put in money? Yeah, probably. So they have to survive punitive, which seems pretty likely. Punitive is so much better than too big to fail. Wait, sorry? They're just clicking for credits. Yeah, that makes sense. They just don't want to die. So now we die to a single agenda loss, which is a problem. Pop-up window is still illegal, Jeff. But a lot of people play slot machine instead. It kind of does like a similar thing and is better. And Rob is just clicking for credits. They understand. So the punitives are entirely dead. So we can just throw those into the trash. So which is good because it opens up hand slot base.
That's true. Yeah.
All right.
Ganked is something.
So we'll do ganked in the remote. The problem is if we do single advance, it's not compelling. Still gonna do it. Because I think they can just slam centrals right now and it doesn't matter what we do. But like ganked on the remote is the only thing. Falsified credentials. What are they calling? Guessing agenda is an NGO front, so we'll res it. So we still have to jam an agenda in there. We need to draw an Obokata. Can I res this? They missed. They're exposed. They have 26 credits. Fucking, we cannot beat 2 orbs. And they're just clicking for credits, like 100%. That's the right play. Yeah, I think we should just concede, man, right?
Yeah, for sure. Let's start another game.
Okay,
Something we'll do a bit better at.
Meow.
You talking to me?
No, the cat just woke up. I'll meow at you too if you want, though.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, they played it totally right. Like, they put the pressure on. I don't think they took any risks. And we have 16 cards left in R&D, and everything that we could possibly jam isn't going to work. The Moment City grids are really cute. It's just like we don't build fast enough. And then our ice is way too expensive. So maybe we can run cheaper ice and less of it. We'd do City Grid. I don't know. I just want to try another game with this.
Yeah, for sure.
Because that's the problem, is like scoring this is so bad. Like, this used to be SSL, and that's such a big deal. Hey, cheers. Gotcha. So I'll see you in chat. Okay, I'll give it another shot. So maybe it's like the play, because again, like when this deck I think kicked ass, it's like back in 2018, which shouldn't be a surprise. That was a different Netrunner, but there was no Rizekis. All the like that slow drip economy was attached to maybe Caddy if people played it, and that was largely it, which was, you know, a big deal. Also, there's a lot more like Anarchy breakers which struggle way more. Okay, wait. Kit is a code gate until the end of the run, which is a bummer because if we gank someone to Kamainu, it'll gain more subs, but it's still a code gate, so it's not that fun.
This is a mulligan hand, right?
Yeah, I think we want money or something to put in the remote. Fuck, dude.
That's a bad hand. Well.
Oh shit. Yo, Rob, good game, man.
Install Rashida quick for credits.
No.
I mean, yeah, it's how we win.
Just IA, yeah. This is a dealer's kit. Yeah, I think so. Pretend to be acid spam and triple install. Oh man, that'd be good. Don't tempt me with a good time. Okay, double gamble multi-threader. Wow. Okay, so that means obviously study guide. So we can get this thing scored. I don't think we need to. This is absolute awful. Like we have 17 ice, 18 ice.
We'll draw some eventually.
But what do we do here? Score out and go down to 1?
No, we don't score out. We get credits somehow, or we install Rashida.
Yeah, okay. There's also a card between Papa Win and Slot Machine, both of which are amazing. Congratulations, it's pretty terrible. Yeah, it's not good, is it? Top deck ice, Rashida ice. Yeah, there's a chance that this fires, right? And then we get Rashida, and then we can like ice this up, IPO, something like that. R&D interface. Okay, cool. That at least means that they're pressuring in a different direction than running our shit on the table. Oh. We got it.
No, we got 2 ice.
Okay, so obviously we put a code gate on R&D. We need to put something on HQ, and then we can IPO, and the next turn we can score out. And if they do run something and hit something poorly, like we have double punitive, so we have to throw something out. I think we're going to throw out the ganked.
Yeah, sure.
Sorry, I res Rashid at the wrong window. Sorry, Jnet. Don't hate me, Jnet. All right, this is okay. Double R&D interface? Holy fuck. Hunting Grounds too. Okay. So the Anger Flush is actually useless. Well, we know what to do. Man, this shows that our hand is probably so bad, unless that is like the optimal play. But like, we're going to get absolutely crushed. And luckily, we do have enough agendas in hand to win. And I think that's a really big deal. Because they have 2 credits and they have no money. So we can just install Advanced Fence and Obokata. Unless they imp it, they lose.
Yeah, we've got this.
Should we do Obokata first?
Yeah, Obokata.
No, we should do Bacterial. No, Obokata, whatever. Well, I don't know. I always do this wrong because like they would have to run, more likely to have to run it if it's our final agenda, right? At least Kakuga doesn't exist anymore. Yeah, I have mixed feelings about that. Like, I think Kikugo is really cool without things that punish non-successful runs. But I also got really salty at Kikugo on stuff like, I don't know, when the right play is to just click for credits, that's a bummer.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, slow roll the 7-point turn. I think we probably could actually get away with it. But they have no money.
Yeah, we probably should have done the uppercut as last. My bad. Oh.
Hold the phone. If we just get like a Chiashi, like that's always an option. So like we could throw an agenda into archives. So you could like throw an agenda. No, because punitive says your last turn. Never mind. You can't really punitive archives.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll just do this, and then we'll hopefully draw a hedge fund. Oh man. We have feedback filter against them. Then we can have Kikugo net shield. None of that stuff is worth playing. I don't think. Offer into HQ, it doesn't really do much. Because again, punitive doesn't work. It's during their last turn. Okay, so
we can trash a lot of this, honestly.
Well, yeah, we definitely can, but we definitely want to get something onto archives or anywhere really, just to get an offer so that they die. So we want to make something that they die. So what's going to help them die? So no Konjin. We want ganked. We don't want, because we want to do basically install ice, ganked, offer you can't refuse, and hopefully we have enough money. So Anansi works pretty well. Yeah, Anansi ganked kills them, right?
Yeah, Anansi is the way to go.
Oh, we just don't have enough money, so I think we need to do Komainu ganked. Yeah, that seems really good. Komainu ganked will kill them. Oh no, they have hunting grounds. Never mind. Don't do that.
But hunting grounds only works the first time. Like at least Komainu would do something.
Yeah, but only do 5 damage.
Yeah.
So we'll throw out the Komainu because they have that. Nancy gank, slot machine preemptive. We don't need the preemptive. Done. Select the card to move into HQ. Nancy. We'll set it up next turn, hopefully. Done. What's here? Okay. I don't know. That was probably wrong. Do you punitive this game? Yeah, probably. I don't know if we have enough money. They could do something crazy here, but we probably just kill them with punitive. Yeah, they die. Okay. Yeah. I thought there'd be some burst economy there. Spooned Palangi. Acting? I don't think they can do anything. Okay, cool. You don't need eyes. That was like the perfect opening. Good game. Yeah. Good game. Yeah, they said they drew their stuff all out of order, and like I think that's right. But when you see us jamming like this, I don't know. Like I don't like installing all these R&D interfaces. It's just way too much money, and like you probably should be drawing up to not lose. And it looks like they didn't find an SMC or a breaker anyway to get to that, and that seems way more important than getting down to the third R&D interface, let alone the first or second. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, but man, we had a cool play there, right? Like they don't have a breaker, you just do a Nancy offer, and then we win. There's a chance that was actually the right play.
That would be pretty cool.
More fun.
Yeah.
All right, 50% win rate. So it's obviously it's okay. If we get that up to 66, this deck is not unbeatable, but you know what I mean?
Probably deckers of the week.
Probably deckers of the week. Corb. I have like a really strong memory, Pat, and I think it's on the channel, but when you played an offer you can't refuse in Harpsichord?
Harpsichord, I was about to say, yeah.
And I think you scored at like a vanity by making me hit what's it called?
Award bait
into archives. It was so cool.
And
I think we saw that actually on I think Sanjay's list had something like that, the 10 list that would put 3 and I think this is maybe an easier way, but obviously a worse card in most decks, is that they put 3 space camps into archives.
Yeah, space camp.
And then you offer it and you fast advance, like no matter what. It's just kind of awkward because you have to install the agenda first and then offer, and if they refuse the offer, hopefully you still win. I don't know. That's in Kentucky plays 3 points in punitive, wins games. Yeah, we didn't even have to ice centrals. We probably didn't have to ice centrals actually. If we were really like scared, we could have iced the remote. That probably would have been good enough. Kentucky gets away with a naked IA more than other corps. I imagine Wayland is up there, but yeah, definitely not the other two. Unless you really like Beal or no Beal.
Is harpsichord good?
Um,
I don't know anymore. Harpsichord was fun back in the day. Like I really enjoyed my harpsichord deck, but I don't know if it was ever competitive.
yeah. Well, no, harpsichord was actually pretty competitive at some point. The issue is like harpsichord needed a win condition attached to it, and like you can always install 2 agendas in turn and score out, and then hopefully score like better agendas than the runner. I think that's valid. You're also not weak to central pressure. Back in the day, medium was really popular, and harpsichord didn't care about that. I think all that stuff is kind of relevant, but they don't have a strong win condition. Like back then, they used to be able to like score that 3-1 that gave you 15 credits for 3 bad publicity. The bad publicity really didn't matter much, and then you can mid-season someone, and that was like a pretty winnable condition. Or score a 15-minute. What's it called? Oh, they have a fucking whatever this card is. I'm scared. The other thing that you can do. News? Yeah, you score breaking news in 24/7 news cycle, and then boom, someone. Yeah, those are very competitive. Modernly, I think it's a bit tricky. I think Mwanza is really important. I'm not a big fan of Mwanza, but I think there are reasons, and it's just largely Mwanza, and then just do it. Oh, Trek, how to close the game? I'm not sure. It clears after 20 minutes if you're stuck into it. Oh, but you can't leave and make a new game? Oh, that's a bummer. Maybe you make a Smurf. Okay, Hoshiko wants to get those early accesses. Pat, this is like it's not the best start. It's not the worst
start, but I don't know. I'll get into something worse. Honestly, I'm not terribly unhappy.
You're scared, huh?
At least a little bit. Okay, maybe a little bit.
Yo, Linty, what up? The Rella Breaker Bait calibrated package we saw earlier would be good in Harp. Yeah, it'd probably be fine in Harp. Like, you can do that stuff for sure. I just feel like Harp really encourages you jamming 2 agendas on the table. Game Changer's 5 influence, which seems right, but I don't know. Okay, Pat. So they want to get in.
All right.
They want a Hoshiko. We have a single piece of ice, so we could do ice double hedge fund.
I like ice Rashida hedge fund.
But then what do we ice?
We just start building this.
Okay, we're icing Rashida. Yeah. We can't fuck around. They're gonna play their green orbs, and then we're gonna lose. Okay, let's go. It's literally the only deck I have. I didn't realize it was Mimi. What deck were you playing? Someone played a Hengeki on me the other day. I accessed Psychic Field, lost, and they nearly impeded me. Best game ending I've seen. Oh, there's a Stargate. So this is the play that was like kind of scary, but Rashida should fix this. They'll probably trash Chiashi here. But no matter what, we're going to get an ice. And they're down on 1 credit. So like if they do run archives and steal an agenda, like punitive. Oh, unless they have APOC us here, but they don't have the money. They just sounded punitive. So keeping IVAD worse in hands is going to be really important. Yeah, there you go. Okay, this is honestly fine. They did get the flip. And we're going to put at least a slot machine on R&D, but I don't know how they dig up from this. How do we dig up from this?
Yeah. Slot machine on R&D.
Yeah.
Like we know that for sure, right?
Yeah.
I
think we just get I think we could just get these. If they steal this, they might be dead. Like, I don't think we need a hedge fund this turn because we can do a hedge fund punitive. I think we just protect the code replicator behind the Nancy where it wants to be and then install the NGO front. And then we have something to do next turn if we really fuck it up.
Yeah, true.
Because this doesn't do anything unless you have multiple ice. This card seems really bad. We're just not like getting enough stuff on the table. Like, this seems like it would be good with Jinja. Obviously, it's double grid, so that sucks, but... Oh, hey, they have Hoshiko. We get so much value. Event resource hardware, so this does nothing. And Eli slot machine Kamainu. So hey, 3 ice. I'd rather have the Kamainu. And they trashed it, that's fine. At least we're gonna get an Eli, which is arguably fine. I'll just wait. Patience is key. Luckily we had this amazing string to distract us. Hey, cheers. Okay, I think we put this on R&D and we double advance this thing.
Yep.
And then we push this out. So we're gonna need the money. The problem here is like they definitely run HQ. Ooh, okay. They click through this. Wow, that's desperation. I like it. And they know they have punitive, so they can't scoop archives. And this actually does something now. It's awkward. Hardware event. Oh, you sick. So they're gonna draw a Hippo, and Hippo's gonna eat the Eli, which is bad for us. Slot machine and Nancy future. Perfect. Okay, well one of them is protected from archives. We can get rid of the Nancy, so we're drawing another slot machine. So we put the slot machine in front of the Eli. It's good. And they have a paperclip too. So we have to stop the bleeding here.
Yeah, we got to put the slot machine there.
And if we draw once, we draw a TFP. So yeah, we'll put the slot machine there. Fortunately, double slot machine doesn't do too much. It's actually kind of bad. This is where I wish we had IP block, but
Double slot machine still has a chance of doing something because you always are shuffling one card away.
oh yeah, you're right. But if they have no credits, it doesn't matter. I just feel like if they click through this, it's not that good for them. Okay, so now there's an issue where they like go all in. So this threatens La Costa.
True.
Patrick shown? Did they show Patrick? Dirty Laundry HQ, okay. Hit a punitive. DreamNet gives us both card and credit. There's the Patrick. Okay, so they're going to throw cards out at least. That's good because it pressures their card draw and makes punitive a lot better. So that's fine. And there's a Hippo, which threatens, in theory, the Anansi in a really bad way, actually. But they have an MK Ultra, so they're going to need to stim hack it. So they know we have a TFP, so we probably just put this on HQ and hit this up once.
Yeah.
Okay. They have to win the side game on TFP if they don't have any disruption, and then they have to not die to single punitive, which at this point they will. So it's dodgy. We haven't seen I've had worse yet, but like stim hack is a hell of a card. Okay, second slot machine. Here we go. Hardware program event. So Patrick on the top, fire all. Okay, they don't have any money. So the second one now gets a lot worse. Oh, it actually ends the run. Oh no, they have clicks. Excuse me. I saw 0 credits and I thought it was 0 clicks. Program event. Okay, this one gives us our money back. And we're going to lose to this.
Yep.
There's no agendas in there, right? Rashida, NGO, bacteria programming. Okay. They trashed the bacteria programming.
Fuck. They've got to be scared of punitive.
They definitely are. I think they're going to respect it. Oh, no, they're not.
They're not going to. Okay. It still triggers some archives, right?
Single punitive. Oh, hold on. Sorry?
It still triggers some archives.
Yeah, totally. So we don't have another punitive and we don't have anything else. So the best we can get here is...
Trash everything. Hope we draw a punitive.
Wait, we can trash another bacterial so that they die.
Ooh.
What's the window here? Can we trash another bacterial? I honestly don't know the window. Because if not, we lose.
That's really cool. Force them to score a second bacterial, yeah.
Okay, hold on. I don't think there's a window there. There's a lot of like really weird. You can, but they don't have to access it.
They don't have to access it.
Yeah. Archives, what happens to Corby's ability of bacteria to trash cards? The card trash bacteria program and take archives face down. They will not be turned face up during the access phase. The runner can choose to access those face down cards if they still have access to remaining, returning any access face down cards to archives face down when the access phase ends. But the total number of runner cards access does not change. Okay, so they can choose to access those cards. Yeah, because like when it lets you access archives, it says, do you want to access the agenda or the rest of cards? As long as they haven't clicked rest of cards, they're still allotted right now 6 accesses. But where they access the cards, the face ups or face downs now is a bit different. Do you want to risk it?
Yeah, sure. Let's try it.
Okay, so this is obviously game losing in the bad spot because they mill another agenda, we lose.
Yeah.
We don't need some of this stuff.
We need all of it.
Okay.
No, we don't need all of it.
Too late.
Too late.
What will we bring to hand? I think so. We're gonna score here, so we'll have to discard. So I think we're not gonna bring anything to hand. So next on target.
On top.
Oh yeah, probably. Rashida, Engram Flesh, NGO front, IP block. Okay, so hedge fund on top, that's fine. So then we want an Engram Flesh, I guess. We know that we're not going to lose to, I'm not thinking too well here. I think the IP block should have been on top. That's good enough though. So let's see if they access it. They literally get buttons for choosing the access face downs. Yeah. Oh, they did.
Cool.
Oh, we win. I'm just going to say no. Oh, wow. They actually chose to access it. Oh, man. Sick. I guess they died. Got him. Yeah, they did.
That was pretty cool.
Why did you need to think about it? Because You don't need to access it. It turns out. GG. So there were 6 cards in there, and so you have to access 6 cards, but you don't have to access the cards I discarded. You just have to access 6. It's wonky. Cheeseball. Yeah, it's weird. No, apparently not. There's weird rules on those new cards staying face down, but you can access them. Yeah, it's strange. They would have clicked bacterial before clicking all other cards and then clicked all other cards. Yeah, exactly. If you clicked all other cards first and then bacterial, they would have been safe, but they didn't. They did bacterial and then they clicked probably everything else. Yeah, maybe, Ken, you're right. Maybe JNet didn't give them option. I don't know if JNet does it well. Yeah, for sure. But good job. Oof. Yeah, okay. Well, they really went into that, and if, like, that was the issues, that all the ice that we drew is really porous, and most of the ice that we have in our deck is actually very porous, barring the Chiashi, which is kind of the point. Yeah, but they could keep going through that. Sodium content high. Yo, Fathom, mind a game with me playing as Corp? No. Yeah, sure. If you want to host, we can do that. How's it going? I just don't know what to play. We'll figure it out.
Just play as again. Or your 99 max.
I'm just gonna change the as list the way that I think I would change it. Oh man, yeah, let's just play 99 max. I don't know if we have a 99 max. Pat and I were talking about doing that today, and 99 max got so much better since the changes to the list, like a long time ago, because now you can play Faust. So let's just make a max really quick. Oh man, no, there's no such thing as a quick max. So what changed in this list? You can't play DDoS. You can't play Hacktivist, but you can play 3 Faust. What else can we play if we have to make some quick changes? Because we're at 109. Like, there's no reason to make this bigger. Is there anything that's like really good? Oh, 0? Oh my god. Yeah, thank you. That was the other big change. That's huge. We're all thinking 66% win rate. Yeah, thank you, Lindsay. That's true. Yeah, this is probably good enough. Yeah, 0 seems really good, especially because we're doing Faust. Right, I can't play DDoS Apex anymore. No, Mayor Splitsville. Well, you can. You definitely can. You just can't in Constructed. Like, you can't in tournament play. But DDoS is a banned card now. So if you want to play it, you're like, no one's gonna stop you from playing it, like your friendly table or what have you. But online, most people play Standard, and it's banned in that format, unfortunately. Fathom, if you're there, just hold on 1 second. Jaina takes a while to get out of this page. Labor rights, paperclip. Oh my lord, yes, 100%. Okay, we really need to oh no, paperclip's in there. Labor rights I don't think is at all worth playing, considering shuffling 3 cards into a stack of 50 is like, seems like a waste of time.
Yeah.
Actually, we should play Gachapon, and Gachapon should be in this list, but only when you play virtually, because when you play it in person with Gachapon, it is
a pain.
Absolute pain in the ass. And there's actually a chance if we're playing, like, we should play DreamNet if we were playing, you know, this. But we're at 115, so we actually got bigger than it used to be. So let's cut. I'm not worried. I don't think we need knifed anymore. Well, actually, no, we have Faust. Cutlery's good. Climactic Showdown. Oh, we had that at some point. That's not a good card. It's another card that gives your opponent so many choices, and it's just like, you need every card in this deck to be really good because your draw consistency isn't amazing. Like, unfortunately, obviously, with this list. 115 is good enough. For the Metropolitan. Okay.
That means we're 3 flavors of ice cream.
Yeah. It's always the same 3.
Yeah. I've had ice cream in a long time. I should make some.
Dude, yeah, you make really good ice cream.
Yeah.
So this year I diagnosed myself as lactose intolerant, which has been a really big deal because now I don't shit myself as much. So quality of life is way up. But there's so much like good oat based like ice cream and stuff. It's like, I'm not missing out at all. Feels good.
Oh, cool. That's good. I should try making some with oat milk for the next time we're able to actually see each other in person.
I still actually have your ice cream cups, man.
My ice cream cups.
Yeah, you served a dessert once here. You actually ice cream. This was like at the beginning of the year, and then you left colorful
Oh
cups,
yeah,
and I still got them.
right when we were playing King's Dilemma.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm. Man, I miss King's
Tenon.
Dilemma.
Fuck.
Tenon.
Tenon makes me so salty. If they Red Planet Couriers out, oh man, they're gonna get a good reaction out of me. All right, fuckers, buckle up. Cyberpunk 2077. Here we go. We're gonna mulligan this hand. Actually, no.
Yeah, sure.
No. This is a good hand, right? Like your best opening hands are District 99, Caddy Jones.
Mm-hmm.
We have Dirty Laundry to run archives to like goof around with Tenon. Street Peddler's great. Zero is like the best card, and Frantic Coding is fine.
Yeah, I like it. Let's keep it.
Yeah. No Keiko. No, I don't like Keiko. I don't think money is the issue as much as like having a console that's good. Like that. Sorry, that Keiko's really good, but like it's a bit inconsistent while we would draw a companion and get value out of it, unfortunately. But I think the bigger deal is that we'll Maw is a win condition and Turntable is a win condition, and Patchwork is just like buckloads of money. Like we have Maw, like we could just probably win the game off Maw, but it's gonna be hard for this because they're not gonna, ice up. All right, let's just go in. We probably should have Street Peddler first, actually. Psychokinesis. Okay, so we're in unknown territory. We're not gonna know what to call on any of our reads, so this is gonna be interesting. Armitage. Mystic Miami, which Faust. That's good. Okay. But I'm worried they're playing damage because wait, what did we just hit? Psychokinesis? Is that a trashable card?
No.
Oh no, sorry. We I was thinking of Hangeki. Psychokinesis is the install tutor. Okay. Okay, so we're just gonna get that in 0 and we'll hit 0. Hopefully we hit the Fem. Piss. But hey, early Puemo's good. Playing Cyberpunk has been surreal. It's weird hearing Netrunner and Ice and other terminology in a huge game. Ooh, IPO, they got money. Okay, do we Peddler for the Mystic or the Faust? I don't think we Peddler for the Mystic. The Armitage is like okay. But I think we can see what we mill first.
If we're going to do it for the Faust, we might as well leave it on the Peddler.
Yeah.
And keep it a surprise.
So we got MK Ultra, which is pretty good. We can get that in the Gachapon to see what we can get. Like, I don't know what we have any unsuccessful run events here or things. Let's just run R&D, I guess. I don't know why we're running R&D. I guess it plays on Tenon. Neural EMP. Okay. All right.
Put down Puemu.
Yeah. I think we draw first, though. Because we're at 2/3 of our Breaker Suite. They'll get Puemo down, and then we can use the Puemo buck to install Earthrise or whatever we get off Gachapon. Yeah. Look for Stargate. Yeah, that's the problem with this deck is the multi-axis is a bit limited because we only have Stargate and Turning Wheel. And that's why Climactic Showdowns kind of sounds okay. But like, oh man, we're just playing traps now. So none of our deck really matters besides grind. So like we hit a Psychic Field here and it's just going to be bad unless we get a D99 and keep recurring. What's it called? I've had worses.
Yeah.
So do we Gachapon first or just run this shit?
Yeah, let's just run R&D. Or wait, we're running the servers. Sorry.
Bacterial, okay. This seems like a problem.
Yeah, it could be a problem.
So punitive is a thing. So we just want to like Street Peddler for the Armitage and click the Armitage, I think, a fair bit. Do you only play Netrunner or other games online too? As a person, I play a lot of stuff. On this channel, it's almost only Netrunner. We played Doomtown and Arkham Horror before as kind of like throwaway stuff. I'm going to be playing more Arkham on a different channel this winter, but largely we play Netrunner here. But I play a lot of other stuff. How's it going, Pardo? Frantic Gacha Peddler, surely you can't find a Stargate. That's true. Surely, mind you, is a weird sentence to say in a max deck. But yeah, I see where you're going. Okay, so they discarded a bit. We made a successful run. I'm scared, so I'm just going Street Peddler for the Armitage. I feel like we might not need, and I'm just going to hit this a bunch of times. We could get the Earthrise Hotel down, which will pay off later, but it feels like 13 credits is probably enough. I don't know what server 1 is. If we don't run, they could score out of 4-2 like a viral weaponization, which can be a kind of an issue. Yeah. But like it's really hard to read this match. I don't know what's going on here. And we have access to Paperclip and MK Ultra, which is I think what we want. Unless we hit a DNA tracker. Okay. Crowder. We lost a turning wheel.
Okay.
That's rough, but we'll be fine.
Hmm.
So 2 Faust are out. Do we just gacha?
Yeah, let's catch up on.
What do we got? Dirty Laundry, Forked, Frantic Coding, Paperclip, Stargate. Oh, right on the bottom. Choose a card to install. We'll get the Stargate down for free. Choose 3 more cards to shuffle back. Okay, so we don't want the Paperclip in the deck. We don't want the Poemo in the deck. So we'll shuffle 3 more cards. Is it up to 3? It's 3. 3, okay.
Shuffle 3, yeah.
So Forked, and I think Frantic Coding.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay. I think we just Stargate here, right?
Yeah, sure. We've got, what do we have in archives again? Do we have all?
We don't have a
just 2?
decoder.
Okay.
So we're
let's try it.
slightly weak to like Engram and like very weak to DNA tracker, stuff like that. But this puts the pressure on for sure. Fuck. We have 3 clicks. We have 3 clicks. We have 3 clicks.
We have 3 clicks. We're fine.
So we need a hippo here, but we're definitely just triple click through this and we make a successful run, which is good. But damn, that's 3 influence. Okay. Not what I was expecting the list, but at least we ran first click. That is a huge face check. There's like 3 big code gate face checks, DNA tracker, toll booth to some extent, and this one hits like a truck. No, I click thrice. Yeah, you actually have to only click thrice on this. There's no other option presented. Just clicking with the text on it. I didn't use the Genteki UI. I just manually did it. Like in theory, I should click on this card and hit break.
Yeah.
Like that, but I didn't. Please. Yep. All right. So we made a successful run. Snare, Crick, Philotic Entanglement. Okay.
Interesting.
I'm gonna get rid of the Philotic Entanglement.
Yeah.
Well, if they don't draw, it's still gonna be there. The Snare I don't care about so much. Like I feel like if once we have this pressure on, we're in an okay spot. The Crick is annoying because we don't actually have an answer to the Crick. I think the Crick might be the right shot because like we're pretty getting that on archives is gonna be a bummer. And now the Philotic's on top, so if they draw twice, like whatever. Let's go down to 5. You got to use the interface for clicking. Only old timers manually use click. Yeah, I think it'll be more obvious for most players if I click on that and do it properly. And you had me comparing all big eyes to DNA tracker. Imagine they paid 2 more and you lost 9 credits and 3 cards. Exactly, right? But like Fairchild 3 is really, really, really good for 3 influence and 6 credits. For 6 credits, that's incredible. I wish you got a Steam or proper version Netrunner, not just web version. Yeah, I don't think that's ever going to happen, unfortunately, due to the way that things are. But I hear you. You can play on Tabletop Simulator if you want. It's not like there's no rules implementation. You do everything yourself, but it's pretty good fun.
Yeah, we did enjoy playing on Tabletop Simulator quite a bit, honestly.
Oh no, hey, no worries. Oh, Pat, I actually recently rewatched when you were here in this room and we were playing with the new like cards from what's it called?
Uprising?
From Uprising. Man, that was good stuff.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
Psychokinesis. So look at the top 5 of card Ds and install one of them. So they have a snare in hand. So they may install, this doesn't shuffle the deck. So this could let them install the Philotic behind server 3 if they really want to. No, it's non-agenda, right? No, it's anything. So that could be the thing we need. Oh wait, we have DJ.
Or it could be the snare.
No, because they drew the snare.
Okay.
I'm just running it because I'm scared of FC3s, but in theory the Street Peddler is good because it gives us options. But this could easily be the Philotic. Let's see what it has. Again, we have access to 2 Hour Breakers. We lost a Moshing and Caddy. No further action. Okay, so this could be a Snare or Psychic Field. It is the Philotic. Okay, so we're on game point. So I don't think we have to push ourselves. I don't think we have to go too fast. We have this huge Paladin, so I'm just going to put down the Earthrise Hotel and then click Armitage a couple times. We haven't been using 0, which is a bummer. But I feel like we just don't want to die to anything, and I don't know what we could possibly die to. We know they have a Neural in hand and a Snare, so I don't want to run Centros too much, like HQ. But next turn we can Stargate, hopefully get something, and that might be it. We also haven't seen anything advanceable, but server 1 might be like a 4-2, a viral weaponization that's doing. And this will help us against that sort of instance because we get 2 free card draw off the top. A little on max card draw helps.
Yeah, that's true. It hadn't occurred to me that they're not. Well, they haven't gotten the chance to use Tenon yet.
Yeah.
So
could just drop Fem onto the Fairchild? Yeah, we probably do actually, right? I think we can afford it. The order here, it's not that important. Is it? I used to play this deck when we had access to what was that card that had what's his name? The trash man on it, and you could look at the top of your deck so you could figure out to trigger your card draw first, your wild side first, or your max ability first. What is it? Not premonition. It was the reason why he was running.
Oh yeah, like motivation.
Motivation, yeah, right. Spoon Fairchild, those were the days. I think we're gonna spoon Fairchild. I think we're just gonna spoon Fairchild, and I don't even think we're gonna access because I don't think we need to. Oh no, we want an successful run. We'll risk it. If we hit a snare, I don't think it's that bad. Yeah, motivation was really fun. I don't think it was worth it. It was like 0 to install, 1 influence, so whatever. But it was really goofy. Yeah, we should be doing it like this, so it shows in the chat. That's the proper way to do it. So this is technically a scary run. We know where 1 snare is. It's a Mirage-u. Ah, interesting. Interesting.
That card's been coming up a lot today, hasn't it?
Yeah, it has. I don't think we need the Faust. I like the Imp a lot more. Actually, I don't want the Frantic. No, Frantic's good because we don't have our decoder yet. I'm gonna get rid of the Faust, Pat.
Sure.
Okay. Man, Max is so good. You just draw into what you need. Hope you don't need a decoder. That being said, they're not like pressuring us the same way obviously competitive Asilists do, where there's so much they need to do like really quickly. Just clicking for credits. Like I don't know what they need 16 credits for. But we don't have money. Mining accent. Okay. We're just gonna go ahead and Stargate here, huh?
Yeah, sure. Let's try it.
Hopefully hit the Mirage. What part of the country are you guys in? Montreal in Canada.
Don't dox me. Come on, man. Come on.
The runner breaks the print to 17 Mirage. You're now running out of cards. Core may draw 1 card. No, that's fine. This is really interesting, guys. Fem is decoder. Yeah, actually, we could Fem this, and Fem bypasses it. So Fem deals with Mirage really elegantly.
So yeah, I've got a fun idea for a series of games. You and me versus each other. Every time one of us loses a game or loses a point,
yeah,
the other person shares 1 detail about their person. We slowly dox each other over time. Like I reveal the name of the street you live on, then you reveal the street number. Yeah, it's perfect.
We got it. We got the winning agenda.
Oh no!
Oh, there is a space camp in there. A good game. With respect to stream is too small to get doxxed. Yeah, true, but that's something that like you're always worried about as somebody putting content on the internet. Like it doesn't matter stream size. Just one asshole fucks it up. Unfortunately, that's how the internet works. Yeah. I wanted to know more about their deck. I hope they're there in chat actually. I had no idea what any of this stuff was, and I wanted to know. So we found a space camp, and that was the only card I think we didn't know, and I think we trashed the crick. Oh, maybe another Psychokinesis they threw out earlier. One day you can worry about it. It's like such mixed messaging, but I know what you mean.
Yeah.
Tenon did not fire, no, but we were very aggressive. Yo, Lamil, what up? Hey, Andre, hey, Pat. Can't say busy playing Cyberpunk, but I saw that you were live and want to pop in and say, hey, Lamil, yo, thanks so much for dropping in. Can you let us know how you think Cyberpunk is? Because I don't know if I'm going to be playing it now. I might wait for a bit, but like I'm like 2 hours in, and yeah, I just want to know what other people think.
Yeah, I haven't played it yet. I mean, I thought about playing it for work since I work for a gaming website, but yeah, I'm just not sure yet. I don't know if it's my kind of game.
Yeah, I'm not too big into RPGs for what it's worth. Like the combat and the world. Like I think the part that's going to get me with Cyberpunk is the world, because the world is obviously in some ways like really, really well realized and beautiful and huge. How much stuff there is to do, how interesting it is, whether the vibe is enough, we'll find out. But like I'm not too good into games that are just like talk to people, go talk to this person, that sort of like quest lineage. And I know that the CDPR people, specifically like when it comes to Witcher side quests, those were like very compelling sub stories. So I'm kind of in it for that, but I don't know. I'm really enjoying it thus far, though. I definitely a little raw on PS4. I've heard that today. But you can super feel the detail and care put into the game. Ah, super cool. I think that's something I really care about.
It's good to know.
Yo, Trex, I've been playing Mirage on R&D. Is that the right place for it generally? As you can, anyone join your game or is it private? No, anyone can join my game, Trex, 100%. Mirage on R&D is generally the place it goes, and it's there to it used to be actually a very common card, specifically for dealing with cards that would like rearrange R&D and then you'd run back and steal things, cards like indexing. But for what it's worth, it's not bad on HQ, because if someone runs on HQ, you can get an agenda from HQ into R&D, and it's actually not the worst HQ protection either. I was going to say something. I totally forgot, Pat.
Were you going to talk about Cyberpunk or?
I don't know. Oh, hey, it's a PE deck. How you thinking about his hand? Catch you later, Lamilla. Enjoy your game, huh?
We do have liberated accounts. It's okay.
Yeah, so this is not a money matchup, right? Like, this is less of a money matchup. We have 3 breakers, which is kind of nice, but not the money. This could be money matchup if it's punitive, but a lot of times it's traps. We have no expose, but getting card draw is important. Getting District 99 is incredibly important in the matchup, because if you get that on early, you can just keep putting an I've had worse in your hand, and then you can't die. I think I'm gonna mull this, because I think the best card's liberated, and I don't know too much about anything else.
Yeah, sure. That's mull.
Fuck. Okay, that's fine. That's great, dude. That's good. That's a good hand.
Yeah, that's fine.
You have a million cards in PE, just run everything all the time. Well, that's true if they're a grind deck, but if they can like blow you out by like scoring a sting into like Neural or something, you die no matter how many cards in your deck. Like this. Pat, do we run it?
Oh no.
Like if it's Oboe, do we steal it? No.
Yeah, let's run it.
Why?
I mean, is our hand so good?
Our hand is so good. Our hand is literally so good.
All right, fine. Let's put down Paladin. Let's put down Caddy.
Because, like, what is it? If it's an Obokata, are we happy?
No. You gotta send a message.
Good. Fuck you. Okay, so that was a waste of our click. So we ran. So Neural and P is alive and well. So we can do credit, liberated accounts. I think this player's on Hangeki, if I'm not mistaken. We can do credit, play liberated, take 4. We can also do something slower like Puemo casts. We can also do like Puemo's good because then we don't have to click for credit for the liberated, and to some extent that's not entirely true. Also getting our drawdown is really good. So I think we need the most money as soon as possible. So I think it's Puemo casts. Credit. Yeah. I think credit's better than draw because we have the Earthrise. Come on, HHNP. Oh man. Lindsay says I almost wish I bought it on Stadia. From what I understand, firstly, I know I say Stadia like wrong. I think that's how French people say it.
I wasn't gonna say anything.
No, that's how French people say it. Stadia. Google Stadia. But yeah, I've heard it runs pretty well in Stadia, and I've actually tried. I was playing Mortals Phoenix Rising when they had the Stadia demo.
Oh, true.
It was pretty good. Like I was surprised because I know the Google Stadia launched like garbage.
Stadia. I played Orcs Must Die on Stadia, and I was like impressed. Like, yeah, you do start playing right away.
Yeah, and that's obviously huge for a game that's like 120 gig install or whatever it is.
Yeah.
A single advanced card I run. I don't give a fuck about single advanced cards. I don't know what this could be. Like single advance, that means it's not going to do much. It's like so 1 brain damage for 3. That's fine. If I had 2 advancements, oh, I get scared. If I run this as a snare, then we have to do draw. Yeah. It's a sting. Okay, I think that's 2 damage. What do we lose? Caddy, that's fine. So this is really scary because if we steal it, it's bad. Yeah. So we can do draw because I'm scared. Then we want to get our Earthrise down. But like if we find a Stargate, we can hopefully close the game. If we draw a Stargate, obviously. Are you bilingual in French? No, it's passable. Passable to bad.
Yeah, I'm also passable.
I think yours is better than mine by a huge margin.
Yeah, I mean that's probably true. I did grow up here, but I have a bad stutter that comes out when I speak French.
Oh, really?
So, yeah, it's embarrassing.
I'm sorry, dude.
That's okay.
I know that you were like way more self-conscious about a stutter, and I think you stuttered a bit more when we first met. But like, I totally forget that was a thing. Like, you speak perfectly.
Yeah, well, thank you. I mean, it's something that like when I was young, it was really severe. But of course, I grew out of it. I learned techniques, and now I don't even think about it. Except when I'm speaking French or I'm in certain situations, then it comes
out. So I grew up in Ontario, and they still teach you French from a young age because it's supposedly Canada's second language. But it's really bizarre because the French that they teach us, I think 0 is probably the right play. Actually, no, I kind of want to play Mimic. I don't know what Mimic connects with, though. Nobody plays low strength sentries. Whatever, we'll do it. Nice. Unfortunately, the French that they teach us in school in Ontario is it's Parisian French. It's European French. So the French that they taught us was very much that, like a very proper European continental French. But then as soon as I came to Quebec and I moved to Quebec for university, that was about 10 years ago, I couldn't understand shit. It was like they're speaking a different language entirely. And so my like comprehension of Quebecois accent is like way worse than if I was in France, unfortunately, which is bizarre considering like I was learning French 6 hours away. And on top of that, because I've been spending so much time indoors, most of my team speaks in English, so I haven't been surrounded by people speaking French in a workspace. So my French this year has like I think declined considerably.
Oh yeah, the same for me too.
Yeah, so that's a bit worse.
When I worked downtown and worked in like a store that sold French products, like then of course my French was at its peak.
It's like these French have a different word for everything. So the threat here is Psychic Field.
Okay.
It's a snare. That's fine. That's totally fine. Like we have way too many cards in hand. Do we trash it? I don't think we do.
Because then if we trash it, they might get it back somehow. But this way, they're forced to be the ones to trash it.
And on top of that, there's a card that says if you trash a card, trash a hardware, take 4 meat damage. The Home Run King.
Yeah.
So I don't see us having to do that. I guess we'll play an Armitage. I don't think there's a reason not to trash it. I had OnLive in like 2012. I remember trying an OnLive demo and playing like Fear 3 or something on it, and it didn't run amazing, but I don't think I obviously had way better internet now, so it doesn't say much. Credit. Okay, so we can start poking centrals. We have access to Paperclip, Black Orchestra. We don't have MK Ultra. So hopefully we draw something good here with our 3-card draw. Okay, a Turtle in the bin. We lost an Imp and Amakua. Imp goes far because they might have Mushin. And we do have an MK Ultra.
Oh, there we go. Okay, cool.
Also have access to Retrieval Run, which is generally really good for Fem. It can also work with Amakua pretty well. So what do you do? I think we just still 0.
Yeah, we 0. Trashy.
Oh, we lost a Retrieval Run to draw Fem? Are you kidding me? And we want to get Maw. Like I think Maw is better in this matchup than Patchwork. Because cards in hand just seem better. So Kamainu is like a bad hit here. So we're going to discard some cards. Let's get some cards on the table first. So cards that we want to install. That's such a bummer. We can install the Croter in theory, but like Paperclip is so much better at breaking stuff. So I think we install another Armitage and we just start like smashing an Armitage. And then we can afford like everything else.
Yeah.
Oh, down to 4 cards. Yeah, excuse me. Expose and Romaduces.
Now it's a threat.
Yeah, actually Expose and Romaduces is pretty good. I can't believe we hit the Retrieval.
Unless they have It's a Trap.
Yeah.
You never know.
You never know. It's a trap. Yeah, now that we have now that we have access to all our breakers, I think we're gonna start running. And we want to like Wanton Destruction's amazing here, Maw's amazing here. There's a lot. Like another snare here, like I don't care. We just want more card draw. Oh, that's good. Oh, that's actually really good. Okay, so we'll play this. We'll run, fuck it, Server 5. I don't know. I'm worried about Sing, Philotic. If we don't trash this, we get Amaku counters, which is good. It's a Bioethics, okay.
Ooh, definitely trash.
Now it's a bit scary to run Last Click, but we have cards to burn, so we'll run HQ here. IP block can be a bit annoying, Swordsman can be a bit annoying, but we just break those anyways. IP block's worse, but we clear the tag.
Running Last Click against Jiteki.
Oh no, we got click left, we got click left.
Oh, okay, sorry, I misread.
Single access, it's a vanilla, okay. And we're gonna discard 2 cards. I think Mystic Miami, probably not necessary. Yeah, we can keep it. We trash it if we need to, yeah. I like Fem. Fem's actually really good. If we hit Kamainu and like we're rocking it.
Yeah.
by mistake. We have enough money. We'll just click for it. Like now we just have to find a pressure card because otherwise they're just gonna let us like dink singles out of their hand and hopefully close the game off with like some biotic, philotic, something or other. Yeah, we don't need Crota for sure. And vanilla is a good hit because Amakua deals with vanilla relatively elegantly. But we just need pressure. Like a Stargate's gonna be such a big deal. We'll frantic coding if we find one. It's another good reason why keeping retrieval runs really good. I think we just wanted them.
Yeah, sure, let's try it.
We haven't seen a Mushin yet.
I love Wanton.
Yeah, it's like a really, really strong pressure card. Nothing's like this. They're not resing anything. There's a chance it's like a Tithonium and Archer or something that needs like a, you know, a sacrifice. Give them the hand. Okay. It's a big deal. Now, sometimes it's hard to run archives because there's like multiple traps in there.
What archive traps are still in the game now? There's Breach Dome.
No, Breach Dome isn't. It's just like PE, right?
Oh yeah, it's true.
Like if we hit 3 singles and one of them's a sting, it's like it's a fair bit of damage. Hopefully we draw an I've had worse. I don't think we've seen any yet. They're like way easier to identify now because they have the Black Lives Matter art.
Yeah. Oh, Shiku.
Oh yeah, Shiku's a trap. Yeah, Shiku's real. They just need to spend a lot of money though, and I don't know if they can do that. Oh, hey, there we have it. Okay, so now I'm pretty good face checking anything, right? We did lose a turning wheel, but we can check server 7. We can start checking HQ. Because if they hit a Philotic here, it's not that bad. Or sorry, Psychic Field. That's a sting. That's scary because their next sting does like 4 damage. We kept the I've had worse. Oh, we need to install something. Oh, that's just what we want. Oh my god. So this card is so good. Because hopefully you get a trigger every turn. And then that lets you recur I've had worse over and over again. It also lets us recur Stargate. It's so good. Now we have a Maw too. So if we just bounce into something and don't trash, we'll put the pressure on them. And we've lost no Stargates yet. 1 turning wheel. Cyberdeck's a news team? Yeah, in theory. Yeah, news team actually could be a thing if they're playing Philotic. And our 4 hand size means that the sting combo is actually a lot more relevant. We also have to play against Ronin. Lost a Wanton and Armitage. I forget we have 0. We're just not hitting it. I guess we don't want to. 2 installed Armitage. Is this core set only? No, it's a max. It's like 115 cards. Yo, what's up, Shay? So we have to play some of those things that are not common because we just need to ensure that we draw enough economy through the game. It's an owl.
Oh, that's fun.
That's fun. You have 1 subroutine install program to top the stack? That trashes it in theory. Yo, Winknut, get back to the best and realize Cyberpunk game feels good. There's the Hengeki. Choose the install card. The runner may access this card if they do not remove Hengeki from the game instead of trashing it. Otherwise, Hengeki is a -1 Gen point. So that works really well with Philotic. So no damage, and we trashed a random card, so it wasn't the Hengeki. We also get an Amakua counter, which is really cute. So I think we can draw once and then Street Peddler. Yeah, that's okay. There's another D99. There's a turning wheel, which is sick, and another I've had worse, which is unfortunate. And for this to be good,
a turning wheel.
Yeah, definitely. So it looks like Server 8 might be a trap for their Hengeki, and we know there's still a lot of cards in archives. Graphics are better from what I hear. Okay, what up? Oh, the thing fell off. You know the thing? What's the name of this thing? The thing that goes on the end of your lace? There's a name for it. They have a new server.
We gonna run it?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, we have an Ivan Worse in hand. I don't know why not. We didn't trash the program or hardware, so D99 didn't trigger. So far, we haven't seen anything that's a bioethics. Yeah, okay, so we need to trash that because they're setting up some combo, but at least I've had worse protects a bit. We'll run HQ. Still no Stargate in sight. Again, Snare here could be scary, but I think we have the cards to deal with it. It's the Hengeki again. We trashed a random card. So running archives is really scary.
Yeah.
And trash doesn't mean discarded, so it's not an end of turn trigger. I wonder if that 1 brain damage is going to matter. Install turning wheel here. Oh, fuck, VK, I totally forgot. Yeah, you're totally right. We 100% should have installed it there. I don't think there's that much of a reason to keep this here. And it would have trashed... oh, no, it wouldn't have got us a D99 trigger. Yeah, turning one there, turn for extra counter. It actually won't work because there's no hardware or programs on here. But I wish. Pat, when do we run archives? I don't think we do. I think we just play Stargate.
No, I was about to say, like, I'm not going to run archives this game.
Okay. I don't think we have enough money to Stargate. Actually, we probably just run HQ first. And we'll pull this out. And then we'll just have enough money. Because I'm worried that we're going to hit this with enough money. It's going to be like big stuff. I guess they only have 6 credits, but this could be NGO front.
Yeah.
If we get this to 5, we're generally good. Outside of, I think it's 6 strength on a DNA. Oh, no, fuck. I forgot to hit the Street Peddler. Do we steal this? I don't think we do.
You don't steal it?
No.
Bring us to 5 and we would be up at 3 cards. Well, like, why wouldn't we steal this?
Because it'll stay in hand and we can maw it.
Oh, okay. All right. But then it'll go into archives, which
okay, no, yeah, we'll steal with I've had worse, but there's a chance that we die here.
Unless we draw.
We should have zeroed there.
There's
a small chance we die. Unfortunately, like if we didn't have a District 99 counter that turn, I feel would be a better, but there are circumstances in here in which we die. But yeah, now in theory we can run archives and have a small chance. Okay, the fact that they're drawing means good. Oh wait, do we die to punitive? No, it's too late. Oh, preemptive. Okay, that's unfortunate. But it looks like we did survive that. And once this gets to 3, obviously we're like totally golden. I'm glad that we didn't need the turning wheel counter. It didn't matter because we hit an agenda. So 3 cards. Okay. Okay. We got a second counter. We have a Yute, which is in theory a decoder. Ma has been triggering nicely. Well, let's go HQ.
Yeah, trigger Ma again, see what we can do.
We have everything we need to put on pressure, and so we will put on pressure. Hold on. I got it. Fetal. Oh, we win.
No, yeah, we win.
Good game. I wonder what we trashed. What did we end up trashing? Pop Peddler? Yeah, 100%. So we just hit a Fetal, which is technically 3 damage, but 2 damage, and then we win the game before the PE damage fires.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the thing. It's like when Max draws good, and so far the 2 games we played against Max aren't pressuring us to do things in the exact same speed and like different ranges of things that competitive, like the highly competitive decks do. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. But like the idea is like you don't need to deal with turn 1, you have to deal with something behind a Rashida, like Ice Rashida, Ice like turn 2 scoring of Vitruvius with the Jeeves. Stuff like that isn't happening. That really lets this deck breathe because this deck struggles sometimes to draw the right thing at the right time. Like it was a couple turns before we drew real central pressure in, but like we drew enough money, you generally do that. We drew enough breakers soon enough, you generally do that. And like as long as you don't get rushed, this deck is like surprisingly cool. GG, no agendas trashed? Really? What did you preemptive back? Also, Trex, this is feedback I almost always give, and it's a really easy way to abuse my play patterns. But if someone single advances a trap in Jinteki, I will almost always run it. Because there's like 2 brands of traps, right? Yeah. There's unadvanceable traps and advanceable traps. And unadvanceable traps, the range, if you ask me, is Psychic Field, which can be disastrous, and Snare, which is actually a lot of times worse for the corp than the runner. And when it comes to advanced traps, those are only bad once they have 2 to 3 advancements on it. So if you single advance a trap, you're saying it's not Psychic Field, not Snare. So at worst, you pay 3 and you already invested a lot for a brain damage. I'll take that trade. Or for 2 net damage with an early MP, I'll take that trade. Or sorry, Junebug. So I never like the single advance. I think single advance shows that it's like really a weak trap. But that being said, you can use that in your play pattern. Thanks for the game. That was very informative. You ran basically everything, whereas most people seem to not run anything at all. Yeah, it's also kind of hard on JNet because people play a bit drastically, but like that's the thing is if you know what you're playing against and when you're running, when you're not running, and why you need to run. Like turn 1 when you install advance, we didn't need to run it. Like we didn't. If you score a Philotic out early, or sorry, an Obokata out early, I don't think we care that much. Like that's the problem. Is like it spends a lot of time for you to score out. And unadvanced traps, I don't think are that scary. Advanced traps are scary. Like if you started mooshing things out consistently, we can't take 6 net damage every turn. We can't take 3 brain damage. But the fact that you single advanced traps, that's easy to deal with. And the fact that there's a lot of unadvanced traps, that's actually really easy to deal with. It's either snare or psychic field. And so I don't care that much. And then we have to actually respect things because bioethics and Ronin and like Sting, like that shit's really scary. So I would check unadvanced traps a lot of the time.
Yeah. I thought the 1 brain damage would be worth it.
Yeah, single advance. I think it could be worth it. Like it definitely squeezes me, but you could have done install advance, and then maybe I don't run it. Sure, but 2 brain damage is a way bigger deal because I think you can just biotic out a Sting and I die.
I think once you've taken 1 brain damage, you're less likely to use a stim hack. Like it does kind of.
You never stim hack in this matchup.
Yeah.
In this matchup, I think we throw out every single stim hack. I think in any damage matchup you wouldn't stim hack. But yeah, you're right. Like it does in theory limit options. But like our options are like whatever salad we draw. Like it's not like we're holding on like diversion, like emergency shutdown, some crazy stuff like that. But you get this D99 up, man. Every turn we just bring in an IFAD where it's back to hand, and it's so hard. I preempted back to snare, EMP, and Hangeki. You knock good stuff out of my hand. Hey, that's what you do with the Wanson, huh? Super cool. Thanks for the game, eh? Yeah, Mushin is such a powerful card. And like if they don't have expose, the game becomes just that game, like what this card is. And it's interesting because a lot of it's now devoid about all the other stuff that Netrunner is such a big deal with, like tempo and economy and breakers and central pressure. And you can put the whole game out there in the remotes, which is a really big deal. And not a lot of people love interacting with that. So Pat?
Yeah.
It's 11:45 on the eve of the 11th. I think.
Yeah, it's been a good day. Been a good night. I've enjoyed this.
It's been a good night in Netrunner, man. That's gonna be it for us, dude. Thanks so much for joining us. It's always a pleasure. I know I said this before, but we streamed on Saturday the charity hemophilia tournament. If you want to check it out, it's 12 hours long, but it's time stamped, so you can jump between games relatively easily, or just watch the top cut or whatever you want. Really good games. It's been a really good format. We raised a lot of money for charity. It was $4,223. So shout outs to everybody.
That's incredible.
Got involved. That's really cool. Oh, Ronove Carnero just came at the end. I'm sorry, y'all. It's late around here, but at least you can make it say hi, I guess. Charity Tourney had an 8-click keyhole. Man, me just figuring out that you could do an 8-click keyhole in Throwback, I was losing my mind. That was illegal. Yeah. Oh, more expensive in Reboot? Yeah, Mushin's 3 credits in Reboot. I think that's the change that was made to it, which is really cool. That's it. We'll be back here next week. We're gonna have Christmas starting soon, or like the holidays, the seasonal holidays. Actually, it's Hanukkah today, if I'm not mistaken. Happy Hanukkah to y'all.
Thank you. Yeah.
And we'll be back. We'll be doing more content, I think, over the break because I'm gonna be here, unlike most holidays, because of the way things are. So that'll be good. Pat, thanks again for joining in, man.
Of course. It's good to talk to everybody.
And thanks to everyone hanging out in chat, everyone playing games. We got a lot of people in chat asking for games. That's awesome. Everybody watching, everyone enjoying the VOD. Hopefully take care of yourself, and we'll see you in a week.
All right, bye everybody.
Ciao.